Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night 9 Ball Virtual Pool 4 Online. And I'll have a quick glance at the sign-ups. I think we had about 4 spots still available. Let's have a quick look. Well, we've got 1 spot available, so almost a full field. I think that'll be about it, because it's just gone the top of the hour. The bracket should be going up any second. In fact, the bracket is up. We've got Spud Boy versus Cloggy, Larry against Slim. That'll be our match, I would think. And the first round, Popman against Bankster, Stefan Christian. Simon gets a bye. LS3 against Bedhead. Keezer against Spectre Dawn, and Tony Sam against Sarah. So that is the bracket. The rooms are up, and we will go in and join Larry and Slim, and I'll be back in a second. But before I do that, I'll just change the cloth colour. Back in a little second.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
So the players aren't in yet. We are first in, and join me for some of Friday Night 9 Ball. Run out Rob. I don't know whether you got have you got the chat up on your screen, Rob, or on your other monitor?
I can.
It's handy, so in case anybody says anything to you, because you won't see it if you don't have the
stream up.
The stream up.
Right.
So Slim is in. So Friday Night 9 Ball's a handicap tournament. I don't think there'll be a handicap in this. I think it'll be a scratch match. Race to 7 on the winner's side, race to 4.
That should be a scratch match. They're pretty close in their ratings.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be much in it. So the lag for the break, and that's Larry nearest me, I think, and it is scratch. And Slim wins the lag. Good evening to Wit. Well, we've got a big storm moving down the east coast of the UK tonight and tomorrow, and there's a red warning down the east coast. 100-mile-an-hour gusts, which is not good news. Plus there's going to be blizzards and all sorts, so it's the first big storm of the winter's moved in. We're not so bad in the west coast, but I mean, it's blowing a hoolie outside at the moment.
Yeah, y'all can have all of that.
Yeah, there will be. I mean, the thing about the weather forecast, the man in the weather forecast says, you know, don't go out, don't go to the coast on the east coast, and of course you're going to get the idiots who go out to the coast. And they're going to get washed away or get hit by a tree or, you know, something. There'll be deaths with this storm. Trees are already down. On the Scottish news, we've had roofs off, the water's overtopping the sea wall. You know, proper gale this morning. So goodness knows what it's going to be like in the next few hours. But anyway, back to the matters in hand.
Probably not going to be very good. That weather, that is.
Oh, the other bit of information, Steve sent me a PM. I mean, I was away getting my dinner. This was a few hours ago. If you look at the, we'll look at the 8-ball tournament bracket in a little while. Steve's listened to me again. We know now that he added the match schedule on the tournament page so you can see what order the matches are being played in. But I said to him, that's all very well, but what I'm not 100% sure of is what one's a winner's side and what one's the one-loss side, and he's also added that as well. So it's a lot easier to read rather than looking at the bracket. And so that's a handy thing that Steve has done. So thank you to Steve. He still hasn't done the bloody spots in the cowboy table, and he still hasn't got the white lines. So I'm never going to let up.
Oh, he'll get to it.
I've got to drive to work tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Well, starting at 6, it'll be after 4 when I leave the house, but I don't fancy driving, but, you know, these things have to be done. But anyway...
Oh, man, he dogged that bad.
Slim's failed in the 8 ball.
He dogged that shot really bad.
Good evening to Simon. Where's Grandad? He not dropping in tonight? I was going to wish him happy birthday.
Who is Grandad?
That's Steve-O UK, Mark.
Oh.
I call him Grandad. Grandpappy, as they say in the States. Well, this is going to be well, Larry's bottled it as well. Goodness me, what a start! What a start to this. This is. I mean, Larry's got an excuse because he's been playing in the 10-footer. Slim hasn't really got an excuse because he's been playing bedhead in the 10-footer at one pocket. So this 9-ball, 9-foot table's a stranger to them.
Yeah, I guess so. It's amazing how much difference 1 foot of distance makes.
Well, in the end, Slim wins it on his break, but they tried to gift it to each other.
Most certainly did. They both dogged, as we say over here, they both dogged a very simple shot.
So let me just check my little doodle's working.
Well, see what he got here. Looks like he's going to be trying to play some sort of safe. He's overhit it. Well, no, got lucky. Kissed off the 6 and got safe anyway.
I would guess that Mark won't have visitors for that long tonight because he's down in Leicester and that's still nearer the east coast than where I am. So the storms and the high winds are heading down his direction. So I'd reckon that any visitors, if they've got any driving to do, they'll be out the door. Well, Rob's loud and clear to me. Is he really quiet?
Yeah, I'm getting Hugh really clear too, so.
Does everybody think Rob is too quiet? When I say everybody, I mean not just Wit. Come on, you can't say you can barely hear him because I can hear him crisp and clear.
It would have to be something in the volume because my voice is very pronounced.
Just give us a sec. Quick look at this. Right, well, he's going for the breakout. He's got a good angle to get across.
Yep.
Well,
oh, no, go.
No, he's going for the billiard. Little glance off the fort.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea than trying to force the ball across like that.
That's where it's not so much a good idea because then you leave yourself something like this because you'd no guarantee of knowing where the 4 ball was going to end up.
To coin your phrase, he hit it like a sledgehammer. He didn't have to hit that ball that hard to get that beard to go. Goodness, it was sitting right over the top of the pocket.
Well, let's just say he's got a good angle to get around the corner and back up the table in the top half of this 7 ball.
Yep. Now this one here, he's gonna have to push through a little more to get it around. And he draws it back.
Well,
Wow.
that's dangerous because that can happen. He should have let it run.
Exactly. I was
You know,
fixing to say just that.
if he lets it run around the angles, right, and goes like that,
Goes
and
wide.
there's no way he's scratching. You know,
Yeah,
he's drawn it to the rail and scratched straight in the side.
That short. That's the problem with draw English that people don't understand. Once somebody learns to do it, they think they need to do it every time, and you don't.
Yeah, Hoyt's down in the Borders. That's rugby country. Right, so give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be back. I'm just going to go in and have a look at Rob's volume in Discord. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Right, I've upped Rob's volume. Let us know if that's any different to you.
Test, test, test. Slim has had a break. He should run out here. He made 4 balls on the break. Everything is open. There's
yeah.
no reason he shouldn't run out.
Do you know Spar Hoyt? What, the little corner shop? Well, Slim's racing off to a 3-0 lead here. But you know what I always say, and I've seen it a lot of times, Larry's a bit like a cornered animal when what you don't want to do is start poking him with a stick.
Right.
This gets Larry focused. He's 3-0 down, and he's a dangerous animal when he's behind in Friday night 9-ball.
I've watched several of them. He is very dangerous when he gets down like this. If Slim keeps the break working like this and makes at least 1 ball with winter breaks, he could be way ahead really shortly. He got a pretty tough shot here for controlling the cue ball.
That's Bill McLaren country, Simon, but you won't remember who Bill McLaren is or was. You're just a kiddie.
I don't understand why Slim doesn't do much better in these tournaments than he does, because he has something in his repertoire that a lot of players don't have. The one pocket experience. He has a lot more advantage over the angles and things that you have to know for one pocket that you don't have to know for 9-ball. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, I mean, he's certainly he's got a good repertoire, no doubt about that. But I think what Slim tends to do is he always goes for his shots in Friday night 9-ball, but sometimes he just pushes the boat out once too often. But if he keeps up this form, he'll do well.
I wish he would bring that 1-ball mentality to his 9-ball game. He would be he'd be one of the strongest players, because he has if you ever watched him play one pocket, he plays one pocket really, really well.
Well, he has to, because he's playing bedhead all the time.
That's true. You play somebody that pockets balls well, the game really doesn't matter.
Well, Slim's got Larry just where he wants him.
Mm-hmm.
But Larry's just waiting. He's just waiting to pounce. But as you said, Rob, he's got another ball in the break. He's got more than another ball in the break. He's got 3, I think. And
yep,
he's
made 4 last rack.
He's on the 2. And where's he going to go wrong here? I mean, he's got to be out.
Does the 2 go past the 7?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. I didn't move the table around to see if it did or not. It looked really close. Yeah, he's definitely off to a good start.
Now, is that... I don't think it'll be a problem because he's right on the 5. Yeah, it's off the rail.
Yeah, he should be fine here. He could just kill the ball here. I mean, you ain't got to do nothing but make the ball.
7's off the rail as well.
Well, I was saying all he has to do is make the ball, and he's out. Of course, Slim you hardly ever see Slim just make the ball.
Now I wonder if he'll go up the table to the top end and back down the table to the bottom end so he can take that 8 in the side and head up to the 9.
Right, because of his one pocket playing, he probably will not. He'll probably just feather this in. He's probably going to take your shot.
Oh, he's going to. He's going to leave it long. So he'd all that room to go up and down the table. So this is. I mean, look at the. He's pretty straight in this. He's just going to have to push through to get the cue ball around and into the table again to make this 9 comfortable. Good evening to Cobra.
Right. The only thing I didn't like about that shot is where he ended up at on the rail, making it more difficult. Can only get to the top of the cue ball. Wow.
Well, Larry's missed that ball in the first rack, didn't he? Right. So he missed the shot to get him on the board, and since then he's had absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Not a single sniff.
Slim run away with. He's run every rack. He hasn't missed a shot since that first rack when they both missed. Slim has ran 4 racks. He's on a 4-pack.
Well, it's going to be fairly certain that Slim doesn't have a pot this time.
Don't think he can hit enough of that 1. He can probably clip the edge of it, but he can't do a lot with the cue ball either. It's just
playing the push out.
That's not bad. But Larry can tie him up severely right here. Well, he nudged the 6. That's what I was talking about. He could have frozen behind that 6, but he drew it a little too much and it nudged the 6 instead of going behind it.
Well, that 1 ball had to bounce off the rail there because for a second it looked as if it was going to be available to Slim to cut it, but he's having to kick. And Slim's got away with it.
Got lucky.
Well, this couldn't be much worse. Hampered over the 5.
Good Lord. I agree with that for sure. That is one of the worst shots on a pool table, having to be jacked up like that, because there is really no control over the cue ball, or very, very low percentage of control.
Well, that's a good shot. Unlucky though. I mean, he's can he see enough of this 3 ball? I don't know whether he can.
He's aiming it up like he can see enough of it.
I don't know whether he could be trying to. He's got it. He just could see enough.
And as you know, on a pool table, that's all you need to just see enough. That's all. No more.
Well, the obvious thing there is, though, he did well to pot it, but at that distance and trying to get much control out of the cue ball, he's left himself a really tough 4 ball.
I don't know what the banking angle or how good Larry banks on that, but he could. Well, there you go. And just like you said, made it a very tough shot. Now you'll probably see Slim kick that 4 out and try to tie him up right on that 6 ball.
There's a double kiss danger here. Yeah, he didn't.
You,
He didn't have many options, but at least he's got it safe.
commentator's eye got that double kiss, just like you said.
Oh, what's from South Wales? Well, Larry's played the little bank, and now he's got a chance. He's a good draw here.
He should be out here. There's no reason he shouldn't finish this right.
Whit always denies he's Welsh.
Just kill the ball right there. Well, I don't know about all that. That's dangerous.
Now, how's this 8-ball? A quick look at that. It looks fairly tight. It's just off the rail.
I don't agree with that. From his 6 to the 7 shot, drawing it back like he did, he could do that ball right back in the side and been, 6-0 down. I think he should have just killed the cue ball right there and left it, short.
Well, Larry's off and running. He's going to have to maybe string a few together to really get back into this, so he needs a break to work.
He's running up a steep hill, that's for sure.
And I didn't hear anything go.
But he's got lucky.
So, Rob, I'm going to ask you a question. And I don't know how much interest that the Americans put in the Moscone Cup. I mean, obviously, those that are interested in pool will take an interest in it, I would assume. But what's your opinion on Earl the Pearl getting into the American team?
You mean back on the team?
Yeah,
they'll never be hurt. They'll never be hurt by Earl being on the team. And don't ever doubt his abilities. Earl can still play pool.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep that mouth shut.
Well,
that's the main.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long that'll last, because that's why I think. I mean, I'm not sure how the American. This is the thing I don't know about the American team is how they qualify for it, because I think that over here there's been a bit of speculation that Matchroom Pool had something to do with it. For a bit of scandal and a bit of publicity, stick Earl in the team and create that interest. But he'll certainly draw the crowds. That's a guarantee.
Oh, without a doubt. Earl's been playing. He's a very well-known pool player in the American pool playing community. He's like a god. I mean, he's set his name in stone in the pool playing community.
So
and they can't go wrong having him on the team. He what he may have lost in his table time, makes up the difference in his experience and being able to give really good advice to say a younger player that doesn't have all of Earl's experience. Because there's nothing Earl hasn't done, or pretty much nothing he hasn't won.
Well, this is a tough one.
Yeah, he could have done the roll to that rail a little bit closer to that rail, maybe bounced off of it just a little bit to have a little better shot.
Oh, that's a good shot. Who's Dusty Puppy, Rob? I've never heard of Dusty Puppy. Good evening and welcome. That's somebody in disguise.
Yep. Never heard of that one either. That's the first for me.
Simon, I've seen the forecast, and there's to be damaging winds down and coming down through the Irish Sea onto Wales. So I reckon your caravan will be somewhere sort of south of the Isle of Man by the time the night's out. Good evening, Keith. Yeah, I reckon your caravan will be rolling in the Irish Sea.
Where's the 9 going? Where's the 9? Oh boy, he almost got it to the pocket.
Well, Keith, are you still COVID restricted? How's that for good news, Keith? You start your recovery and then you hear that there's an even worse bloody version of it, another variant coming up from Africa that's even more resistant to the vaccines. Oh, it's Dwight. Yeah, you better get yourself into Twitch. You'll be a lot more up to speed in Twitch than you generally would in YouTube.
Dusty Puppy. That's an interesting name. I'll step away just a minute. He will be right back.
Okay. Well, Slim needs to avoid the 6 ball if he can. And he's done that. And he's got across. And now he needs another good one. Back up the table for the 4. Well, I've said this before, Keith. I'm not jabbed either, but I reckon that. Bear in mind, there's been people who I work with, a good few, including the drivers, etc., who have been off in isolation with COVID in the last year. There's been a number of people in my store have been off, and like I've mentioned before as well, I went the first 6 months without any PPE, no mask, nothing, and I'm still surviving. There's a couple of quick results come through. We've got Tony Sam, who has long time no see. Tony, he's beaten Sarah 7 racks to 4, and Spectre Don's gone through against Keezer 7 racks to 2.
Which, those 2 matches, that's kind of an expected result.
Yeah, Tony's he's a player that's got a lot of experience, but doesn't spend any time in VP4. You know, he disappears for months on end and then suddenly appears.
It's possible he could be playing offline as well too, Hugh.
Is that right, Keith? Well, that's interesting to hear. What is it? What's the word for that? What's the word for that thing when they do tests and drug tests, and where they get a bunch of people, and they give the people the proper pill, but they give other people just a bit of sugar? What is it you call it again? A placebo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Placebo.
So I mean, to be honest with you, it's a bit like having a placebo, and it's a bit like putting people. I mean, the government's attitude is, you've got to keep the people calm. You've got to keep the masses calm. And, the jab is a bit like that when you consider that there's already been people who've had the jab and then caught COVID. That's a fact. So it really is a bit of a placebo for people. And the other problem with that is that they've relaxed restrictions in quite a few countries, including Scotland, and you'll get more people walking around. Did I read that wrong? Sarah won that. I apologise, Sarah. You've got to remember, this is Friday night and I'm half asleep. As I say, there's more people walking around, and Slim's going to get the job done. So Larry's got a hard work to do tonight, because Slim bossed that match by 7 racks to 1.
He got to go nurse them tire tracks. He just got his butt run over.
Yeah, but what I'm saying here, Pig, is there's more people running around without masks on, and I have to say, when you see things coming in from the States, there's a lot of places in the States where they weren't even paying much attention to face masks, even the thicker things, you know, going to rallies and all that sort of stuff, and they're all standing there, and many of them don't have masks on. But this is the same in every country. As soon as they relax restrictions, the mask comes off and people are out partying, you know, and it spreads just as bad again. Anyway, that's the first result. Well, the first match we've watched. So let's go in and have a look at Sarah. I've never seen Sarah play, but the bad news for Sarah is she's playing Spectre Dawn, and I got a result wrong because she actually beat Tony Sam. So I would imagine she's getting a fair handicap. Let's jump into this match.
I would imagine she is getting a pretty fair handicap against him. I think I seen her rated as a B player.
Oh, she's getting 5 and out, so that's always dangerous.
Ooh, boy.
So Spectre Dawn has to be careful.
He's gonna have to run a lot of racks, or he's gonna have to play a lot of really good safeties. This handicapping tournament is similar to the APA league stuff. When a higher player has to play a lower player, that's where the handicapping comes in. And we always discuss that when a high plays a low, that you have to play safe. You cannot shoot aggressive because you could lose so easy, you know, trying to do something stupid and not thinking sensible and playing what you know you should play.
Oh, I've got to speak to Hazard. I've got to speak to him. I've got to debrief him on that match the other night. Did you watch the end of that? Did you watch the last 5 minutes of that match, Haz? I hope you do, even though it's torture to watch it. But the commentator got it right, 100%. He's got to push through. He's got to get the cue ball up, running off the 3, get up the table, and get on either the 6 or the 7, whatever was left there. And he didn't do it. He had the match won. In fact, worse than that, Sergej had the match won earlier and completely bottled the 8 ball, but that must have been a sore one. And Bankster has taken care of Popman. 7 racks to 2. And Spectre Dawn gets the first one on the board. And again, with the greatest of respect to Sarah, she had a bang there in that shot that she played. And I would reckon there's a fair wee bit of sort of hit and hope coming into this. But that's only going to play into Spectre Dawn's hands.
And so I've never watched her play. She's still got to be careful as well with, you know, all of his ability. She can't do stuff like that because just leave him open.
Yeah,
he is going to run out every opportunity that he gets.
Oh, he was watching Ronnie O'Sullivan while he was playing. So has got his excuse. Yeah, Sarah has got to. I keep saying it, and I say it. I repeat myself every week and every match when you see these lower-rated players, and the lower-rated player probably sits wondering at some point why am I still stuck at 1800? Well, you can do everything in your power to improve your game, but the one thing you can do is to think when you're shooting. It sounds obvious, but many don't. Many just have a shot at a ball and don't even think about the consequences. The consequences are what we're watching here. As you say, Rob, Spectre Dawn will do this all night. He'll just bide his time. Sarah's going to have a pop, and Spectre Dawn, unless he does make the odd mistake, which will gift a rack to Sarah, he'll generally just run the table each time.
when she shot that one ball, she just had a bang at it. She didn't even have no idea if she was going to make it or not.
Yeah.
Hoping to make it and, you know, get a shot. And he's not going to do that.
Bedhead goes through against LS3. 7 racks to 2.
I figured that'd be a little. I thought that might be a little closer.
Or 3, if I can read. And this is me sitting in front of the monitor.
Yep, 7-3, bedhead. Yeah, he's just. I said, Spectre just going to sit and wait on her. You know, if he makes the odd mistake, he's going to wait on her to just take a lash at a shot. Leave him a shot. When he gets his shot, she's probably not going to shoot again. Now watch the difference in what he does here and what she did. Right. He's not going to try. He's not going to try a crazy shot. He's going to just leave distance.
Yep, that's the right shot.
That's the absolute right shot.
That's absolutely perfect. That's what I like. If you can't get cover, get distance. Now that 8 ball up the table, she's using the jump cue. That 8 ball up the table there was going to act as a stopper, and it's just set up the 1 ball.
Not a bad effort. She could have probably kicked that just the same, but again, she just had a bash at it, hoping to get lucky.
Spectre Dawn just looking to drop past this 8 ball here, I would imagine.
Yep.
It looks as if it's taking a line down towards the 6. He needs to get. Oh, he needs to get lucky, and he's going to have to. He's going to have to get the jump stick out or kick.
Kind of looked like maybe he was looking to go between the 9 and 6, and there wasn't quite enough room.
He'll settle for that though. I mean,
oh yeah. Again, he's got distance. Everybody listen to what Hugh says. Distance could mean all the difference in the world. I play pool with an older gentleman. He said, anytime you get a chance, he said, long is wrong.
Read that. Did you read that bit in the chat there, Rob? What is Ad saying? Classic was my mate was watching. No one knows him, and he said, "Has the Scottish bloke was ripping you apart?" Well, you know, I say what I see. You know, and what was said had to be said.
Well, I didn't see which one she made, Hugh, but she got on one of her money balls, so now we have a 2-1. Well, like you said, that 5 and out, that's very dangerous.
Well, what ball's that? I'm right in front of this and I can't see. My eyes have gone. Is that it's the 4 ball.
Uh-huh. She's got to shoot the 3 down here on the bottom first.
Yeah, Popman can confirm that, because there's many a time I've ripped into Popman. Many's a time.
Lord, she just totally missed that. Just missed the easy shot. Got lucky. Left Spectre safe.
By the way, Popman, I looked at that. Was that you that posted that black ball, whatever it's called, that pool VR game on Facebook the other day? I think it's like a 35-minute video. I watched 2 minutes of it and my head was spinning, and that was it. I had to shut it down, because when you were messing about with the menu thing, that was doing my head in. I don't think I could handle VR. That's me not even in VR. That's me watching somebody in VR, and oh no, I was feeling sick. Well, there's results flying in left, right, and centre here. Tony Sam has visited Friday night 9 ball tonight, but he's gone home already. Keezer's won on the 1-loss side 4-1. Stefan has beaten Christian 7-5, and well, this tournament's moving rapidly.
Well, that's the answer to my comment I made a while ago. That shows that Tony has not been practicing offline. That, he just came in to.
Oh no, Tony's too good keeping himself looking beautiful and posting gorgeous pictures of himself on Facebook, showing
Is that what
everybody's.
it is?
Oh yeah, Tony Sam's into manscaping. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee he shaves his chest and he buys all the Nivea stuff for men. He does all that personal grooming stuff to keep himself good looking when he should be practicing VP4.
Yeah. Well, that's harsh. That's harsh, you.
Well, Spectre Dawn,
He's doing what he has to do.
home and dry in this rack pretty much.
And he did what he had to do, and what he's going to have to continue doing to get out of this, because a little short race to 7 and Sarah getting 5 and out, that's really dangerous for him.
It's always dangerous. I mean, we've seen things, matches turn very quickly with 5 and out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all Spectre Dawn needs to do is break and push a money ball over a pocket and end up dry, and Sarah just bangs a ball onto it, and that's it. All of a sudden, the rack's over.
Well, let's see what he got here.
Well, Sarah can see the one ball. She's going to have to go forward and all around the table to go on this too. Somewhere down by the 9 ball is where she's looking to go. Loads of top. And the spin's doing well, and that'll do it. The only problem now is she's dead straight in the 2.
She hit a good stroke on that shot. Like, I'm with you. I'd have put a lot of top.
Well, you know what I'd be doing? You know what I'd be doing here, Rob? I'd be potting the 2 and drawing back. And if I got to there and she's had another slam, I'd be playing the 3 and running for cover up table in the corner, but that's not going to happen.
Nope, not now.
But again, you have to be able to just see those sort of shots as an option. Now she's going to be in trouble.
See, he could have made that too, but it was hard to get on the 3, so he elected to play that defensive shot, which is the right shot.
Well, there's another player who's not played in a tournament probably since VP3. That's Cloggy, formerly known as Chimpy, from the Netherlands. He's won his first match against Spud Boy, who hasn't played many tournaments either. There's 2 players who are long-term virtual pool players, suddenly come out the woodwork and playing Friday Night 9-ball this week. Spud Boy is moving over to the 1-loss side. Now a little glance off that 2 ball and try and just drop in the gap between the 6 and the 4. That would be the shot. Oh, my lights are flickering. I think the storm's picking up.
Or she could do a little more advanced one, do the kick and stick, come in behind that 2 and kick the 2 out and leave the cue ball right there behind the other ball that was sitting next to it. Was the 6?
She's just got enough cover, and Spectre's out with the jump stick. Played it well, dropping in behind the 3, or going too far. No, he'll take that.
Oh, he'll be happy to have that. Let's see if he can get a little soft draw. Get on that 5. No, he's going to shoot it in the side.
Again, that's just keeping it simple, because there was no way he's not going to get in the 6. Just roll them in when that's all you have to do.
Same thing here, just make the ball. You ain't really got to do anything at all with the 6, just make the ball.
Come in the short side of the 8 ball. Miss the knuckle.
since he's closer to the rail, he can just go to the rail and back out, almost just center of the table. He's got a little work to do on this one. That 9-ball sitting where it's sitting. Thank goodness it's on the on the short end. He can just go across and get behind it.
Spectre Don's got a comfortable lead at the moment, but he has to keep his wits about him. He doesn't want to start taking any sort of liberties. And
no, sir. You don't want to take any chances. Good look. The 5-ball is close to the corner. The 8-ball is close to the corner pocket. 4-ball is not real close, but on a lucky bang, well, he got lucky on that one. It can still be made. It's far enough off the rail to be cut in.
Oh, plenty of room.
That's that shot you and Steve were talking about that Steve said it looks like it's, people think it's a really hard shot, and it's really not.
Now this 2-ball, you don't want to put too much any sort of spin on this cue ball. Or maybe
dancing with danger. Dancing with danger.
Well, a bit more pace was required. Now here's a delicate little safety. Really thin in the edge of the 3 and run up the table. Loads of cover there. Trying to tuck in behind the 8. But no, that wasn't the way to go, I'm afraid.
She hit the 8. I probably would have tried the same way she did and tried to tuck it behind the 8, but I would have missed the 8. Let her spin off that rail and come in off of 2 rails behind the 8 and get that 3 over closer to 5.
No, I think the odds were far better going up the table with the 7 and the 9-ball sitting there as well to give you cover, right, and the 8-ball being there.
And you don't have to control it quite as much.
Yeah, you needed a more delicate touch to play that shot you were talking about, Rob.
A very delicate touch.
Spectre Don will be going all out for the cut.
He's shooting confidently. He's making every shot he shoots at, is a legible shot. I'm with you. You probably thinking like me, just shoot and stop right there and leave the cue ball right behind the 9.
Yeah, but with these guys, when they've got that sort of chance, they generally don't turn down the opportunity. No. They'll usually always go for it.
Well, there's a golden break. That's going to help.
No, that's going to spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Spot the 9. Okay. Yeah. I always forget that this tournament is spot the money.
This looks pretty good to me. That will do very nicely. That's excellent.
And that's what she should have done on that shot up in the corner when she tried to tuck it behind the 8. It's this same shot that he just shot.
And the table wide open, so Sarah needs an awful lot of luck. She's trying to jump at distance. This will do well to work.
Nope, she changed her mind, which is probably a good idea because jumping long and landing short is a very, very difficult jump shot.
See, the problem as well is that the distance is the full length of the table, so the time the ball gets to the object ball anyway, there's not an awful lot of pace in the cue ball.
Right.
But now the table being wide open, Spectre Donald do the necessary.
He's doing this. He's going to get on the hill. See what he's doing, what a lot of players don't do, moving the cue ball around, seeing what angle looks best and what's the the best way to go to get to that 3 without nothing causing you any problems. he did the right thing and went to the wide open part of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Got ball in hand, why not? And there's where a lot of the, how you phrase that, inexperienced players playing this tournament will make that mistake. They'll shoot it to the shortest pocket because it's closer. With ball in hand, they probably should have taken time to look like he did and shot it to the open part of the table. How many times have you seen a less experienced player shoot a ball in hand shot and shoot it to the closest pocket and roll in behind another ball? Took the easiest shot, but then they roll in and hooked herself.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. Again, it's amassing information over the time that you play this game, whether it be real life or not, and learning to play the right shot. I mean, that's the big factor that improves your game. Potting balls is a lot easier in virtual pool, but constructing runs and running out a table is a different ball game. You've got to learn. Yes. You've got to go through that process.
Yep, I think we're going to see a push here.
Now, let's have a look from that end. He might be.
Can he hit it?
He might be lining up the jump to actually hit the one, and that 6 ball might go in because it's very close. Yep. Commentator's eye got it again.
Excellent shot.
Of course, the guarantee again was he would never have a good shot in the one, but he'll still be going for the cut, trying to avoid the scratch on the opposite side.
Again, he could shoot the safety, putting the one up there close to the 9 in the middle of the rail, and run the cue ball to the other end of the table. He could have done that as well.
Oh no, Spectadon, he's ready to get the taste of blood. He's not hanging
he's on
about.
The hill. He's standing on top of the hill, on the very top of the hill, looking down at her in the valley, like, she can't run up this hill and catch me.
Oh no, this is all but over.
Seen a match the other night when we played last Friday night, as a matter of fact. My wife, y'all get a chuckle out of this, she was playing a higher handicap player. And I've worked her quite a bit on learning to draw the ball because, you know, that is just something you need to have in your toolbox to be able to do it. Well, he starts out just potting balls. I mean, he just starts out on fire and runs out there. He made more than half the rack in the first rack. So second rack, she pretty much catches up, you know, made most of them in that rack. In the third rack, she gets a shot. She bears down on the ball, takes her time. She shoots a draw shot and draws it 3/4 length of the table on the slow draw, controlled, and got perfect position. You want to talk about seeing a player got rattled, where you say, you know, anybody can be rattled. That old boy couldn't hardly make a shot after she drew that ball like that.
Well, Spectre Dawn left himself awkward in the 8 ball there, but he got it done, and he goes through it. Let me just go to the main page in this. Steve must have done that for just the NRT tournaments only then. I was just double checking on this. Let me check something else while I'm here. Hang on. If we can get this thing to work. Where are we? Right. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. You type in 2021, then go to events. That will take you to the options that are available. And we go to the 8 Ball World Championships. So if we go down there now, you can see that Steve's put in whether it's a winner's side match or a loser's side match, and now they're in the I'll say that again, they're in the chronological order as well. So the match tomorrow night is Cobra and Bedhead on the winner's side at 7 PM. Be there. If you can't be there, you'll watch it on YouTube at a later time. Now back to the tournament. let's have a look in the lobby and see who's playing who. Well, we've got Cloggy against Slim. And we've got DJ Simon against Bedhead, right? So what match do we want to watch? I'll let you choose, Rob. We've got Spudboy versus Larry.
I think Larry will come out on top on that. And
that's the one lost side as well, I think. So
yes.
Let's go in and see how Chimpy is doing against Slim.
Hadn't seen him play in a long time. That sounds like a good one.
Well, he's Chimpy's getting the 8 ball. He's 2-1 up. He's at the table, and he's played a duff shot in the 6. I don't think he wanted to be there. I think he wanted to be further across, but he's still got a cut. And the commentator's curse has done him again.
Yep. He did leave himself pretty tough on that. Now, here's that shot you talking about. He could just roll that cue ball right up on top of that 7.
Oh, yeah, he can nail it. He's got to get to the rail, though, and he has done, but he hasn't got it nailed. But it is tight enough.
Got it pretty good.
Well, Sarah, how did you think you did in that match there? That shot you had where you were down in this bottom right hand corner here, in this corner here, with the 3 ball, and you had those 2 balls up the table and the 8 ball was there. What about the thin edge off the 3 and heading up that way up to the top rather than the delicate one trying to get behind the 8? Well, there's another name I don't recognise, or maybe they've been here before.
Greg Little.
Good evening. Yeah, that little shot there that I was talking about, Sarah, that was the shot that gave you probably a better option in terms of getting cover. That was too delicate a shot trying to tickle in behind the 8 ball.
And didn't have a lot of space to put it in. I agree with Hugh on that you probably been better to go long. The long safety, you'd have had a lot better chance of getting it over there. There is no margin of error when you have that delicate little shot. You have to hit it perfect.
Well, Chimpy's gifted this one to Slim. Bedhead has taken out DJ Simon, sent him to the 1 loss side, 7 racks to 1.
Wow. Dang. Oh, well, another one somebody got ran over in.
And Simon would have been getting probably maybe the 7 ball or something like that against Bedhead, but the 7 ball's no good to you if you're not getting many shots.
That's true.
Oh, cue ball gets kicked in. 5 ball tied up with the 8. So,
however, if he wanted to try that deal, he could shoot it at the 5 ball. You know, it'd be crazy to do it because it's going to be just a.
Well, the shot, Rob, would be to go inside the 9 ball or on a line with the 9 ball to the 2, just inside it to pot the 2 or outside like that so he can cut across. But the problem is that he's still to take the 3 and the 4. And the other problem is he'll be taking a huge risk trying to break them out. He's probably better playing a safe on this 5 when he gets to it. Easy safety.
Right. Get on the bottom side of it and just freeze him on the 8. Well, if he does that, he might not get there.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like on that first shot that maybe he was looking at shooting the 1 into the 5-8, maybe making the 8, but that would just be a total luck. I mean, you might get it to go. It's a 50-50 shot at most.
I think this is a bit of the rail in the ball. Yeah. Knocks a 6 in.
Well, that's one less ball he has to pocket now. So that's always a plus if it's not going to hinder you later for using for a position ball, and I don't think that's has no bearing on that. Seven's got to stop.
Well, that's done him.
Yep. Now you're gonna have to come with a shot to stay on the table.
Now, what does he do? Does he put? I think this is all out for the bank. I would think.
Yep.
Perfect. Now he's a good look at this 5, but
again, what I said earlier about his one pocket repertoire, that was a one pocket bank. He knows his bank shots. I mean, Slim banks really, really well.
Well, Chimpy is now in trouble.
Slim shot the right shot, like you said a while ago, a safety on that because you got an easy safe. Just roll up there and freeze it on the 8.
Needs to get lucky here. That won't do him any harm because that's been left really tough.
Yeah, now I'll say if it was anybody other than Slim shooting this shot, I would say it's still a tough shot for him. But again, with his one pocket abilities, cut shots and bank shots, he's phenomenal on. He makes them really, really well. He makes them look easy.
Yeah, in goes the bank again. The banks are open tonight, folks.
And again, what I just said, with his one pocket game, he knows the bank shots. You just have to know the angles and how to hit it to make it bank in. Because one pocket has a lot of bank shots. I've watched a lot of one pocket in real life, man. And them guys are phenomenal. Just their banking ability is just second to none.
Well, Slim just needs to roll the 9 in, back into the lead.
And that he does.
I watched when Bedhead and Slim were playing that challenge match in the one pocket, the one that I streamed. I went onto YouTube and I watched. I can't remember the name of the guy, but I watched him do a tutorial on one pocket, and he played some amazing shots. Just showing you how to place, particular safes and stuff like that. I mean, he knew what he was talking about because he was playing shots I didn't see, and I don't play one pocket anyway. But he told you what he was going to do, and he did it. That's the thing.
Exactly. And one pot, man, you get a really strong one pocket player. Don't leave them on bank because they are more than likely going to make it.
Yeah, that's a red rag to a bull. Well, Slim is going to try and tuck this cue ball away. He's got a bit of inside right just to kill the spin. And
got it there.
Perfect.
It ain't froze, but it's a long kick.
Yeah, when Slim gets nasty, he gets nasty. That's what I like to see. A bit of tactics. Bury your opponent. Make it tough for them.
That right there is pretty well buried, long and a kick. Hard to judge that. Hard to correctly judge where to come off the rail out on that long kick. It just so much degree of difficulty there is just you just can't say enough.
Now, looks fairly straightforward. He wants a slight angle in this 4 ball if he can help it, which he has got.
He'll just slide, just stun out for the 6.
Well, I reckon, again, same thing, get in line with the 6, but get that angle to come back down, maybe the short side of the 9. No, he's run off the rail.
Chose to just, get out in the middle of the table where he can do more with the cue ball.
Now, is he going to go forward and around with spin, or is he doing the draw? This is a dangerous one. Well, he played it perfect. Pinpoint accuracy.
I said, you get him in the middle of the table where he got plenty of room to work.
Well, the one,
some of them shots.
The one thing that Chimpy's finding out is that the standard with the top players in VP4 is pretty damn good, because he's not played many of this sort of level. He generally plays, when he does come online, he's usually playing ladder matches against Simon or Steve-O. And again, with the greatest respect to them, they're not in the same class as Slim. But
oh no,
Chimpy's finding out that he's and he used to play as good as Slim in VP3, but VP4 isn't the same. It's a whole different game altogether.
Yeah, been a lot of changes, big changes.
But again, he's getting the 8 ball, and if he can get a chance, and the thing is, Slim is keeping him quiet. He's locking him up and giving him nothing, and that's why he's built up this 2-rack lead.
He got nothing here, really. He'd be lucky if he can even hit this ball or even get close.
Well,
He's tucked it in there.
Bankster's gone to the 1 loss side. Stefan through 7 racks to 5. Well, he tried to do a shot that the pros play in snooker occasionally, where they're snookered and they'll and that ball's along the bottom rail, and out of desperation they'll sometimes run the cue ball into the jaws of the pocket, and it will kick along the rail and kick the ball that they're snookered on.
And get lucky.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's quite as easy in a pool table, but because obviously pool tables are sharp edges, whereas snooker tables it's round edges in the pockets. But I don't think
he just that.
Yeah, he didn't have the angle off the long rail on the right to get to the ball, so he tried the next option that was available to him.
Yeah. His angle must have been bad, so he just drew it back there to that rail over there to where he could where he could at least see the 3. He did the right thing, not trying to overpower it and come across and back. He just left it in an open space where he could get to the 3.
Yep, and he's got a fairly straight. Well, I mean, it's not difficult, this cut, and he'll run across the rails, 2 rails, and back out for the 5. Maybe even 3 rails. There you go. Now the angle in the 5 I think he's pretty good. In fact, we'll just stun it.
Just stun it past the 9.
Now
somewhere in that open spot over there.
Now what does he do with a 7 ball?
I'll see what angle he's got.
I mean, he's too straight in this 6.
Oh.
And he'll probably lock him up again. I mean, that's the simplest option, is just to lock him up. He might try something spectacular here. Well, he's trying to leave the bedhead cut.
Just a soft draw, a stun draw.
Well, he's going to have to get up and down the table, I would think. I don't know whether he can avoid hitting this 8 ball. He might have to. Well, he's trying to just leave another bedhead cut, and that's where he's been found out.
Now Cloggy's got to go up and down the table, because I don't think he can hold this at this. If he can, well, too much angle to hold it. He's gonna have to go around or up and down.
Yep. He needs to make sure he's not just going up and down and running into the 9 ball, though.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of
Funny
room to
how
get
that.
there, though.
Funny how that one ball sitting way out there by itself can get in the way.
No, he's trying to just check it in. Well, he's actually held it a lot better than I thought he could. So
Me
this
too.
8 ball, because I've remembered he's getting the 8 ball as his money ball.
Yep.
And he's back to within 1.
And the 8 ball is sitting. The 8 ball could go in the side right here on the break where it's sitting in the rack right now.
Look at that result there, Rob, on the one loss side.
4-3. Went all the way to the hill.
Larry scraped through.
Yep.
He's hanging on by his fingertips tonight, Larry.
As a good friend of mine says, he's hanging on to the grassroots to keep from falling off the earth.
Well, he's still in it. That's all that matters.
That's it. Always a chance. What Steve said in that match I watched, you can't get down on yourself. You just got to keep pushing, saying, well, if I get a chance. You can't tell yourself, damn, I got so far ahead, I can't do nothing.
Well, Chimpy's got a chance here to get to this 8 ball. I wonder whether he's going to be good enough.
Well, got a little funny on. Well, no, he got the cut.
Well,
I thought he was further down.
Now, what he doesn't want to be doing is potting this 5 up into the top corner and then drawing to get onto the 7. He's gone outward.
He certainly didn't want to hit the 9 like that. He wanted to go past that and go further up the table. Yeah, he's made it harder for himself than it had to be. You agree?
Oh, this is, if he'd missed the 9, he would have had a fairly straight 5 into the top right-hand corner, but he's way off the mark there with that 5, and that's going to bounce.
Slim will get this. He cuts these balls really well.
I mean, the excuse for a player like Chimpy is he needs more table time.
Just the feather edge of it. He got lucky and caught the 6 where he pushed the 6 right in front of the hole. Now all he's got to do is go down to the bottom rail and come back.
No, he must have been fairly straight. He must. I never looked at it, so he must have been fairly straight to just draw it.
With his abilities, I figured he'd go to the bottom rail and just hit it and come back up. Of course, with the I know it's not a lot, but with these top players, they got used to the way it rolled to the rail the way it was before, and they haven't quite adjusted to it. And the ball's slowing up a little sooner than what they expect sometimes on those go to the rail and come length of the table.
Well, this is all about the pace again, just to leave an open shot in the 9. And he's hung the 8, and that's another gift. It's another gift, but it's 4 racks all now.
Well, I'm not going with his lack of table time. I'm not going to call it 4 all. See, he's got awkward.
Don't follow it in.
Oh, wait, 8 ball. That's right. I fell into yours, Hugh, with the memory thing there. I forgot he had the 8 ball.
Yeah, I do that at least 3 times every Friday night, 9 ball.
You sure called it right. All he had to do was make the 8, and it's 4 all.
Now, I think he got a ball there. Did he? Yep. 6 is gone. Shot in the 1. Cross the table for the 2. 3 ball is there. 4 down the rail. 5 top right hand corner. And he should be out.
He should at least get to the 8.
Straight away he's got a problem. He's gone 2 straight in the 2. And the 3 doesn't go past the 5, so now he's got a problem.
Oh, he's got enough angle here that if he wants to use some right spin and cheat the pocket a little bit, he could go around and come around behind the 3 for the same pocket.
Yeah, he's got there. He's
like
just got there.
that.
It's
He
going to
had
be...
just enough angle.
Now, does he play the 4 long, or does he come down the bottom side of the 4?
Should have played it. He should have played the shot for the 4 long instead of he tried to go down to the other side of it.
That'll do it.
He got lucky and didn't get too close to it though, because the way he shot that, trying to get position the shooters in the side, he could have rolled right up on top of that 4 and been stuck.
Well, I'm giving him the rack. I mean, he's just got to drop the 7 in and run through for the 8 into the side. He's not doing anything. He's just rolling through it. Straight
That's
8
what he's
ball
doing.
into the side, and all of a sudden he's in the lead.
Jack up just a little bit and kill the ball. Just kill it right there.
And that's the difference between somebody who can pot a ball when they're given a chance and make the use of that 8 ball.
And those that can, those that don't. I won't say those that can, I'll say those that don't.
No, I think you get another one. In fact, you get 2, 6 and 7's gone, and he's got a cut in the 1, but he's going to have to dig into this to come down for the 2.
Oh,
and
he got just enough past that 9 to be able to get the 1. He don't, and nothing else.
That's a good shot.
Yes, it was. And he's off and running.
Well, he's warming up, Chimpy. So it looks like 4 into the corner, 5 into the side, and possibly stun out for the 8 ball into the top left.
I like the way he did that. Now all he got to do is make the ball. Now he doesn't have to do anything but make the 4. Because it's coming out natural.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to go too far out, because he then... And that's fine. That is a good line. Now he's got a choice of what he does here. He can run down to the short rail and back out, or he can... Well, he's running down, and he needs to get back out nice, and he has done.
I think that's the correct way to shoot it, like he did. Go, 2 rails out of that corner. Even if he comes up short, he still got a shot.
Yeah, there's loads of room. He's not running into anything. And, well, Slim's safety early on was keeping Chimpy at bay, but now Chimpy's got control of the table. He's on the hill, and I think...
got a dry break.
I was thinking that. Well, that's given Slim a visit. He's not going to get much from it, though.
That last little tip of the ball, knocking the 1 past the 8, messed that up for Slim. And he did what he was supposed to, not try a crazy shot, shoot the percentage and shoot the safety.
Other than shot making and cue ball control, I did pretty good. That's Spud Boy, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Larry just scraped through though. He took him all the way. Well, there's another one.
One he missed, but he got lucky. He hit him behind the 4. It means he got the open table. It's going to be an easy kick.
Yeah, he certainly can't kick up and down with all those balls up there.
He just bashed
look at this for a result.
he'll be happy with that.
Well, you see how that little bit of running. I mean, he's already on the hill, but now he's got a bit of running and it's locked Slim up.
Uh-huh.
And you had 5 and out against Larry. I mean, that is a huge advantage in a short race to 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4 But like I say, it doesn't matter how many you get. It's whether you get a chance to get any of them. And obviously, Larry had to battle.
Well, so what does he do here? Does he try to get in the gap between the 7 and 9?
Yeah, he's just trying to stun it up the table, but he hasn't got the stun in behind the 3 tight enough.
Nope.
And Slim has a tiny window to get good on this 3 ball to cut it.
Looks like all he's going to be able to do is just push it to the hole and let the cue ball come out not quite to the center of the table. Well, he got draw. He's putting bottom on it.
I think he's just trying to drag the pace off this. Or go across the table twice. No, he's trying to split them. We'll take that.
And he's done it well.
Wow, this is really awkward.
Chance.
It's really awkward though. I mean, he's look where the board ball is.
Yep. Again, this is going to come back to that one pocket stuff that he just couldn't do anything with the cue ball.
Yeah.
He tried. There just wasn't enough room.
Yeah, he's going for the cut though.
Well, Bankster wins 4-2 against LS3. Looks like she's out.
Yeah. How long have we been on? An hour and 21 minutes. No, he's going for the bank. Big pocket with the 6 ball, but he's got it clean. That's excellent. Well, Slim hasn't missed a bank that we've seen. Any bank he's played, he's got them.
I told you that earlier. You can't leave a one pocket player a good bank.
Hang on
They'll
a minute.
make it.
hang on a minute, Rob. He's messed up here.
Yep.
And
left yourself in a bad dilemma here.
Well, he's messed up in such a way that he's 6-4 down, and if Chimpy gets a sniff here, he'll be out.
Yep, he did. This is not where he wanted to mess up at.
He's looking at the gap between the 9 and the 7, and he's looking to play a kick bank across 2 rails here. I think he's looking at the gap. Watch this.
This would be a good one.
Yeah, he's misjudged it.
Wasn't enough room.
Well, that's what he was looking at. Didn't pick the line. And he's given Chimpy a chance to go through. That wasn't the best of shots because he shouldn't have been hitting that 7 ball. Especially with ball in hand. He should never have been near it. I mean, you've got to get right out into the table, pot that 7 into the same pocket, and he's got to pull out a good pot here.
And he's done it.
He's just got it in, just dead weight, took it into the pocket.
Well, looks like he's going to have the same shot on the 8, unless he banks it in. Just dead weight, push it to the hole.
And
nope, and he doesn't do it. But look at this.
Yeah,
look at this.
He didn't really stroke it though, but he's left it on, and Slim has a lifeline. Good evening to Spectre.
Almost thought he was going to get lucky on that one.
Yeah, that's his name in VP4, but I just know him as Chimpy, same as I just know real bowling power as Stubb.
Slim's hit that in pretty well from the distance and the cut he had. He controlled the speed pretty good. And he's still in, but his opponent is still on the hill. He could use a golden break right here to put them both on the hill.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, Cloggy should have been through.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, he should have been done and dusted there.
He should have been. He should be sitting there waiting for the next match.
Now, ball in the break, 1 ball over the pocket, and within the next minute and a half or so, we should be hill. Oh, Larry's in a hurry now. Larry's taking care of Sarah. You know, Larry's in a bad mood now that he's in the one lost side, and I'm afraid Sarah just got in his way there. Well, he's got the big draw. Oh, he needs to slow down a bit though. He doesn't want to get in behind the 5. Oh dear. Well, that could be the fatal error this time by Slim. That's why drawing for position is never the best option, but then again, sometimes it's the only option. And now he's got a kick.
Well, this one's not quite as hard as the one he had just a little bit ago. But he didn't get it.
Well, once again, Chimpy's got a great opportunity here to get this match done. It's just going to be a straight draw.
Yep, right back to where he's at. He hit that one really well.
See, he didn't want to be nailed to the rail though. He's just got to push this in. And he wants to get off the rail so he can get to the cue ball and get down for this 7. And that'll do it. And he's got a nice angle on this 5. Can he get it done this time? Down past the right middle pocket. A stun. Well, he's going the other side. I don't think that's the shot I would have played. He's left a big cut. It would have been easier to stun, draw that down the right side and open up the 7 ball. And that's what you don't want to believe in yourself. You know,
he's done himself in on that one, Hugh.
Definitely should have been right side there.
If I was gonna cut that, I wouldn't have hit it near as hard as he did. I'd have gave it that just table speed, just enough to roll it to the hole, to give it every chance to fall in.
Well, that's 2 chances that Chimpy's had to seal this match, and he's failed. And Slim is going all the way.
Well, that takes a lot of pressure off of Slim now. He should be able to shoot pretty well freewheeling this rack.
Yeah, if a player like Chimpy was at the table a lot more often than he is, he would have been gone in this match. He would have finished this 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a lack of table time, and and hitting, as you say, hitting balls. And Slim doesn't make a ball, but he got lucky. I think we're going to see a push here.
Now, you know what I say about push outs. You've got to play something sensible here, not leave yourself in trouble, because Slim is just going to drop onto that 1 ball. If he can see enough of it, push it to the left and leave the cue ball behind the 9.
Well, he don't have the angle for it. Push past. You shoot it. That's a lot of control to do what you just said.
Slim's got the control. He'll have a go at it, I think.
No.
Even if
he passed the push.
Oh, did he push it back? Ah, right. Well, he's left Chimpy the option of doing it, and he hasn't done it. And I think he's got cover, has he? Well, he can see it. He can see the 1, but he can't pot it. I didn't notice that, Rob. I didn't notice he'd pushed it back, and I'm surprised that Chimpy didn't play the shot I was talking about. But anyway, he's got away with it.
Yeah, he got real fortunate.
Well, this is not a bad shot if he can get it right, but it's not worked out. You had to miss the 8 ball.
But when Cloggy pushed that 2 over there like he did a while ago for when he did the push shot, he tied the 2 up. Now he's got to contend with the mess he made down there.
Well, somebody could be locked up in a minute.
Well, it did good what he did to break it out, but he's unfortunate where the cue ball landed. I don't believe I'd have disturbed him like you was saying. I'd have left it just like that and just rolled down there and shot for the defense.
Yep. Because again, you're running into a couple of balls. You've no idea
where they're going.
But he's running for cover, trying to get behind the 8 and 4.
Nope, he's left a shot, and this may cost him the match right here. Because he's broke the 2 out, and he's left a shot. What did I say? You can't leave a one pocket player them cuts or a bank. They're great at them.
Now, what does he want to do? Because he's got an angle just to come out and take this 4 long, or he's drawn back to take it in the side.
Yeah, I think Slim's going to just draw it back. He's comfortable with the draw.
That shot there was a stun draw, a fair bit of power, but the Q-tip isn't at the bottom of the cue ball, so you get that control. Although, having said that, he's just played a duff shot there.
He's okay. He can still cut it in. He didn't want to hit it. I think he should have went to the bottom rail and back out, just to be on the safe side instead of just trying to baby it down there and hold it. Wouldn't you say that would have been the correct way to do it? Just go to the bottom rail and come back up in the middle of the table?
The first thing I would have looked at is playing it sort of plain ball and where the cue ball's going to end up going. He's banked it again. And I would have tried to take some sort of evasive action not to hit the 5 and get into open table, because there's loads of room.
Right.
And now he's got himself in real trouble here.
Leaks, don't know that one either. That just came in the room. That's an odd looking name.
Oh, that looks like a Finnish name or a Norwegian name or Swedish. Well, he's called the cut. Well, he's scratched.
Oh, no.
Oh, and it's a 6-9 combo for the match. It's all over.
Let's see. Yeah, he's going to have to hit it really good. It's not dead lined up, but he can make it.
Well, in it goes. Well, it was all looking good for Slim early on. Kept Chimpy at bay. I think it was 4-1 up or 4-2 up. But that's what happens when things start to just run against you a wee bit and you get yourself in a duff position in the 5. And Chimpy goes through 7 racks to 6. Right, we need a catch up here. Let's have a look at the bracket. What have we got?
Oh, looky here. There's the one we need to go and watch.
Bedhead Spectre Dawn. Let's get in. 5-3 to Spectre Dawn. Scratch match. And Spectre Dawn. Well, this is another one of these shots where you play the sort of stun draw off the 8 ball just to come down the left side.
Similar to the ones Slim had.
Yeah.
See if he does it.
Well, he's going the other side though. He's going the other side, but he's going. See, that shot can put you in that position. The stun draw doesn't do that. You just finish down past the middle pocket in the left, and now he's left himself one of those. But again, no problem. Where's the cue ball? He's okay.
Ooh, boy, dancing with danger there. I'm gonna tell you, as of late, Spectre's been the player to beat. He's been playing really well here lately.
Yeah, he's been playing well, but in these big tournaments, these big championship tournaments that we've had, he's always fallen short. And I think he's on the one-loss side in the 8 ball, and he's a player that's due a win in one of those big tournaments. But you see how tough it is, because Stubb is still looking for a big win in one of these tournaments. He's not won one yet either. So there's two players still in the tournament in the 8 ball that are looking for a big win. But it ain't easy.
No, not with the class of players we've got playing right now. There's several guys that's just really, really difficult to get ahead of.
And dare I mention it, Larry's another one who's also in the one-loss side, who is still looking to pick up a big win in one of these big events.
Say, like you said, it's hard to do with some of the folks that are, shooting now, and as well as they're shooting.
Are you reading that chat, Rob?
Oh, ate too much.
Well, there's a typical answer to a Thanksgiving question.
It was good, and we had a good Thanksgiving. Like always, always cook too much food and eat too much. I got a refrigerator full of leftovers. I can't complain about some of the desserts that are left. So,
well, this match is over.
Yeah, he should be out. And see, most players wouldn't have done what Spectre did there. They would have tried to, some of the least less experienced players would have tried to come all the way back down and shoot it into the corner. He just shot it just hard enough to get it in the side.
So Spectre Don, meaning business again this week. He goes through 7 racks to 3. Right, so that now takes Spectre Don through. He's waiting in the winner of Stefan and Chimpy, and they've just started, and Stefan's getting the 8 ball. Let's look at the one-loss side. We've got Larry against DJ Simon. Let's get in. Larry's 3-1 up at the table, and this match is over as well, unless Larry falls apart.
Yeah, looks like he's done it. That little short race to 4.
Yeah.
These players with a little race to 4. That's a quick. Well,
he's trying his best. He's trying his best to mess it up.
He sure did.
I mean, Larry always does. He always tries his best.
He sure gave it his best effort to mess that up.
So Larry goes through as well. So I don't think much else is going to happen in the one-loss side until we have a loser come across from the winner's side now. So, talking of the winner's side, the next match to watch again will be Chimpy again against Stefan.
Yeah, like a good one. Because we got Kaiser in one pocket, Slim. And Slim should be the favorite in that one.
Now, oh dear, we've got technical issues. Stefan has gone. Now, Stefan, where's Stefan from again? Is he, because if he's near the North Sea coast, whether he be over in the continent or whatever, he's probably getting a battering with the storm as well.
Yep, I was fixing to say just that. He could. Oh, he's back.
Let's have a quick double check before he goes again. Where is he? He's in Germany. Well, they won't be getting a storm there at the moment. I think Germany's okay.
Sun shining. Well, was on what I see. Got to see what time it is. I don't even know what time it is. We're going on like a little over 2 hours. We started at 1 o'clock my time, or 1:30 my time, about 3:30. Yeah, sun's shining outside of my house.
Who's I'm reading up. I'm trying to. Right. Well, there's nothing else to read. It's all gone. But Stefan has got a problem with his camera. Well, I don't quite know what his problem is, but what
Good shot.
he wants to do is use the if his view is down below the edge of the table, he needs to use the C button to move to raise his camera up. But other than that, as Larry says, he needs to bail out the room and go and restart the game completely. Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, he did everything correct except missing the ball.
Hang on a minute. You're better asking to find out what the issue is. Because don't forget, not only am I a tactical genius, I can usually help folk fix their VP4.
It's like,
Well, when he left the room there, he was only gone like what 10 seconds, so that was certainly not enough time to go and restart VP4. So, yeah, there's no shot clock until you hit the ball. But I'm not getting any reply from Stefan. My view is messed up. Aye, aye. But how messed up is it? You know, give me some detail. Because sometimes VP4 does go a bit weird. I mean, it's not the first time I've came to the table. Now Stefan's. See, there you go. I mean, don't say I don't know what I'm talking about. Stefan is now fixed. See? Don't need to do a restart. You just need to know what buttons to press. You can send a check in the post later on, Stefan. Sometimes, I'll show you what I mean by looking at the table. Sometimes I end up like that. Now there's a C button there, and that's where Stefan was, and he's been trying to shoot balls like this. So you use your C button to move it back up, or hit Control and U if you're me, and then just set the camera to there, and then go back down to the table, and everything's fixed. Well, that's going to be ball in hand. So anyway, Chimpy's 1-0 up. And this time it's Stefan that's getting the 8 ball. And now Stefan's got no excuse, because now you can see what he's doing. Well, what you do, Bedhead, is you have your cameras at my setting. If you go into settings, the reason I'm saying that is if you go into cameras, I've got it on last distance, do nothing as far as action, do nothing as far as replay, and I've got it at the adversary camera is down and above the table like the TV. I've got it in Pivot English, by the way, like the TV, even though I don't use it. But then when you mess about with the C button, if you mess about with the C button and you end up here like that, you know, down there, then just use Control and U, and that's you completely reset. You're back to normal, the normal setting for the table. Well, Stefan only needs the 7 and the 8 to square the match. Did did I say happy birthday, Grandad? I think I forgot all about it, did I? I can't remember whether I did or I didn't. Yeah, happy birthday, Clive. So, one rack all. Yeah, my light's doing the odd flicker now and again as this wind gets up. You back with us, Rob?
Yes. I didn't go anywhere.
Ball in hand to Stefan. Now this 2-ball is tucked away behind the 9 and he's going to have to draw down the table, but he needs to draw somewhere where he's going to be able to see this 2-ball. I mean, this looks simple, but be amazed at how easy it is just to still hook yourself.
Yeah, he got a small window there.
Well, there you go. He can see the 2. He can't pot it, but I think he can. He's trying to miss the double kiss, and he hasn't, because that was always on. Well, one pocket slim marches on, 4 racks to 2 against Keyser.
As he should in that match. He probably was giving up some weight too.
Oh, I would imagine so, yeah. What was he giving? What does that say there? I can't read that damn thing. I honestly can't read it. Was it 5 and out or something? I'm right in front of the monitor and I've got to get out my seat to put my nose to the monitor to read this red text. He was getting 6 and out.
6 and out. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of weight.
I've moaned at Steve for years that he needs to change that red text to black so that I could read it, and he's never done it. Oh dear, I think Stefan's gone again.
Yep, I've got the message. I'm interested to see where the game resets it at. If it resets it for him to reshoot to 5, or does it leave it where he missed the 5? Oh, look like he's back. Yup.
Well, Stefan's got a slim to 0 chance of getting on this 6-ball. He's dead straight in the 5. Poker straight. He's trying to play the big draw, but he ended up stunning it and he's locked out.
He had a chance to draw it back down the rail the way he was going, but he didn't have quite enough oomph on it.
Well, I think it's easy to kick. Oh, what a shot. He's jumped over the edge of the 7, and look where he's finished.
See what he chooses to do here.
Well, that's going to be awkward. I mean, it's off the rail, but the thing with this shot is you've got to make sure the cue ball just doesn't leak away. He should be okay for the 9. He sees, but there you go. He's let it leak away. He had to control that cue ball. I'll tell a lie. Commentator's curse. He's forgot the 8-ball money ball.
Yep, I didn't see it either. We both missed that one.
That's the second time tonight. I'm due for another one. Oh, cue ball. Well, what an amateurish shot that was, Stefan.
I would have never
I
done
mean
that. He should have tried to cut the 2 in that corner where he scratched and run the cue ball over towards the 9. He might have got lucky and knocked the 9 in and still would have had a shot.
well,
Even if he doesn't knock the 9 in, 3 ball sitting right in front of the pocket.
well, this is the time to break out the 6. Well,
and he doesn't do it.
I mean, you had to break out the 6 here because you were pretty much destined to be on the 3, and he's not hit it.
Well, he hit it, he just didn't hit it hard enough.
Yeah, I reckon a fair few people will be dropping power tonight. What did I say Stefan was from Germany? Of course, the thing is that he's in Germany, but where he is in relation to the server, I don't know what the connection's like, and where signals are going and all that sort of stuff. So the storm could well be affecting it.
Somebody was paying attention to their last match and how their opponent got so many safes on them.
Yeah, that. I don't know whether he can just thin this enough to catch the 9 or the 6 here. He maybe need to check this with a bit of right English. Well, I think if he'd checked that maybe with a little bit of right English. The reason I say that is if you hit it with right English, rather than the cue ball leaking that way as much, it checks the rail and comes out that way a bit better.
Agree. I think he should have done that as well, or maybe a whole lot of damn low left draw and draw it over there.
No, the VP4 server's now over in the west coast, the east coast. I don't know whether it's in Savannah, but it's in that area. But anyway, Stefan, who only needs to get to the 8 ball, and he's played a better pace this time. He's staring down the barrel in the 8 ball for a 3-1 lead. I'd need to ask Steve again, but I thought it was in Georgia, down that corner of the States.
Yeah, it's somewhere in Georgia. I forget what town he said it was. That's where he moved to, was there in Georgia.
Now there's a shot there that I've spoke about umpteen times where a player has a shot and doesn't get themselves set up. He's just rushed it.
Just drew two short strokes and hit it.
And got lucky.
He might. I don't know if Stefan will or not. He could be locked on that 9.
Yeah, he's trying to just squeeze it past. Well, that'll work.
That's always better than trying to make a crazy shot. I mean, he's got his opponent kicking.
Now, if he kicks this at a nice pace, not that sort of pace, he could have...
slamming at it.
Well, what he should have been doing is just trying to set the 1 ball down to this bottom rail like where it is, but he didn't want to have the cue ball down here with it.
No, he wanted to kick and stick.
And Stefan hasn't got the weight on it. Needed a little ounce more touch there.
If he didn't hit it so hard, he could have hit it about half that speed. And if he caught it at the right angle, he could have cut that 1 all the way down the rail. There wasn't nothing in the way except the point.
Well, here's a 2-in-1 shot here. You go for the pot in the 2. If you get it, you're down on the 3. If you don't get it, the chances are you'll leave a reasonable safe. Well, he's played it well. Needs a little bounce.
He got it.
And should be able to just drop through for that 4 into the opposite corner. Unless he wants to come out towards the 8 ball. He's got choices, I think.
I think the choice is the shot you said, shoot it up and just roll through.
And now make sure he's in the gap between the 7 and the 8. I mean, he could come back the way past the 9.
Right, he could shoot and draw back to where he's at right now and have a shot. He could do that.
or stun it.
I like one of those two getting back to where he was because it leaves the open table.
Yeah, George's estate, is it not, Simon? But I don't know exactly where it is. But I mean, Steve, is it not Savannah? I don't know.
It is. I think it is Savannah, Hugh.
So Chimpy needs both balls, of course, and he should be back within 1. So Chimpy breaking from the right diamond, which is usually round about where I break if I play 9 ball.
A dry break.
Dry break though. Stefan with a shot in the 1, and they are all there. And I'm going to say it now, he should be back to a 2-rack lead. There's no reason whatsoever that he shouldn't be out here. I mean, he's good enough to do that.
Yep. At the ranking where he's at, he should run out. Not one ball tied up with anything else.
But then he does that. You know, that's where you've got to make sure that you get out into the table and across, and that's how to throw away a chance. He's still got a cut.
Well, he hit that one good.
The problem now is that the cue ball's running all over the place, and he's now not got control.
Now he's on close to the rail, can't do anything but pretty much top of the cue ball. Unless he jacks up, and well, he's got it. He made the shot. Now he's got nothing on the 6.
Well, this is where you have to trust your eyes at distance and try and scrape the paint off that 6 ball.
And there's my failing. And he did it. There's the shot I don't have. I cannot. I'm like you. Your eyes have gone. I cannot do that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the same thing for Chimpy here. If he gets this too thick, he's bringing the 6 into play. So he needs to get the cue ball good. As thin as you can.
When he's hit way,
he's too.
He needs to slow down.
Too thick. And that was always going to happen.
And too much spin.
And now what you do with this shot is you stun draw it across to the right. You don't go near the 9. Like that. And you're looking straight down on the 7. And now with the angle that he's got, he can draw off the 7 and just kill it for the 8 into the same pocket. I mean, he could run to the rail as well, but you have to make sure you bounce.
And he did. Now he can shoot off of that rail and shoot that 9 in the top right from where I'm sitting.
No, he doesn't. He's just got the 8 ball money ball, Rob.
Okay. Well, I can never remember that. I'm sitting here looking at the screen. I should,
Now that is Stefan's. No, that's not his money ball. It's the 7 ball that's gone, isn't it? Yeah.
There's a difference in the handicapping from league play to this. We don't get balls. We get points.
Oh, dear. Well, he'd no shot in the 2 at the end of the day anyway, the way he's run into it. And he's got lucky again. He's getting a fair share of the running, Stefan.
Yes, he is. Nope, they ain't got enough speed.
Well, now he's only got one option, I think, and that is a delicate little drop into the side for this 2 ball.
And that's what he's going to do.
And a little bit of top in the cue ball just to run through. And he hasn't picked a line again. I mean, it was tight. It was tight.
No reason he shouldn't make it, though. Oh, he shot it right into the rail. He wasn't even close to the pocket. Look at the replay on that. He shot it right into the rail.
Well, there is a safety on here if you don't fancy the cut, because you're no guarantee you're going to have a shot on the 3. So if you overcut that ball, it goes to the top rail. The cue ball, you can spin around and come down the table. Well, he's doubled it up the table, but he's just brought it into play. But overcutting it was making sure that that ball would go to the top rail, and you bring the cue ball down in this bottom left-hand corner and have good distance.
He could have also shot it with a little bit of top left and banked it in the gap and spun the cue ball up there behind the 5.
Yeah.
That's a little more delicate touch.
It's delicate touch, which is why I would have went for my choice, because that gives you a wider margin of error, and above all, what you're getting is distance again between the two balls.
Absolutely, the distance is the key. The further apart you can get them, the harder the shot is.
Now this is just needing to be dropped in as well. Again, you keep it simple as you can. Now what's he left in this 6? Well, you go forward. I would put a little bit. He's putting inside left on this. I don't know why. Well, he's because he's running around for no need and ends up doing that. I mean, that is just crazy. You know, I mean, that is just it's just so stupid.
That exactly what I was fixing to say, Hugh. In a word, that's stupid to turn a cue ball loose like that.
You know what he should have done is a little bit of right brings the cue ball just into the table, like that, for the pot and the 8. I mean, doing that was just daft. And that's asking for trouble, because that's putting needless running in the cue ball, and sooner or later they're going to find a hole, and he sold that right.
And there's the difference in real life and VP. On real life, you could get away with that shot. On VP, you can't, because the speed he hit it, when it hit that first rail and that second rail, it turned over. In real life, you can't make it turn over like that. Not that quick.
All that fizz in the cue ball, it's going to start running, and that's just an elementary basic error in his shot choice there.
Oh, your shot was the right way to shoot it on here, for sure, without a doubt. Just, like you said, with some right, and just come out into the table and stay on the table.
Well, he should have been 5-2 up. And now he's maybe billiarding from the 1 to the 9. He's tried it. He's had a go.
Oh, and he misses both of them. Can't blame him for trying that, though. It was pretty close to.
Here's another shot, Rob. It's a stun up the table for the 2. You don't go this side for the 2, because you're running into trouble. And he's played the right shot. And that is the right way to play it, because you don't mess with the 3 and the 4 by chickening out and going the right side. You play the right shot to stun up for the 2, and you're sitting pretty good.
Right, you'll never want to disturb balls if you don't have to.
And you never want to be trying to play position in amongst balls to get on another ball. So you take
absolutely not.
You take the easiest route. It might be maybe. It could be a slightly tougher shot for you, but you take the proper shot to get there. He's got awkward in the 4 though, but he's played that well.
He worked it out. Took his time, got set.
Well, Stefan needs to give himself a good kick in the shin, because now he's going to be all square here. Well, having said that, I think Chimpy's gone dead straight, but he doesn't need to do anything. He's got a cut in the 9. He should get it.
Oh, and he's got just a tiny angle. It ain't much. I believe he could stun this.
Yeah, he's taking his medicine though, rather than doing something that Stefan did and trying to create some sort of miracle shot just to get down the table. He said it should have been a look at the 9 and just a simple cut.
Instead of trying to force it down the table, just take your medicine, shoot it over there, and leave a shot.
4 all.
And this keeps going the way it's going. We could have a all the way on this match.
Well, the Germans are famed for their efficiency and the quality of their products, but the quality of Stefan's thinking in that shot there in that rack, that left a lot to be desired, and he's paid the price. From 5-2 up, he should have been. He's now all square, and Chimpy's broke. Ball in the break, sitting nice in the 2, and let's have a quick look at this 7 ball, because that 7 goes as long as you get good on it. And
yep. Oh yeah.
If you, well, he's not very good in the 3 now that I look at it. Look where he is from the 3 ball. Well, the shot to play as well would be to bank the 3 up the table and just try and get in behind the 6. That would be my shot. He's gone all out for the cut, and that's all that's doing is giving Stefan a visit and a chance to go.
Shoot and stop right here, or shoot and draw a little bit.
Well, Stefan's lost the plot altogether. He's missed a fairly straightforward 3 ball into the side. Got away with it again. Bankster 3-2 up against Slim. Well, that needed a bit more inside left to stop that cue ball escaping behind the 8. The 3 does go. He's just missed the 4. Now here's where you don't want to do something silly, like try and break out the 7 when you know the 7 does go into this corner, because you could end up nowhere in the 5. And he's done the right thing there. Now how's his luck? Not that good.
Yeah, he could have gone without hitting that 5.
Yeah, he's going to have to draw this to avoid scratching and go to the side rail and back across. Well, he's played it well, but he's in not great shape in this 6, because the angle's now taking him in the wrong direction. He's going to have to go 2 rails again. This will be a good shot. Well, now he's going around the angles again and going to run into the 8 ball here by the look of it. He's put bottom and he's trying to spin around the angles here. Well, he's avoided the 8 and he's going to get there. He might be going too square though. Well, it's on. It's on. We know it goes, but he might finish in the short side of this 8 ball, top right hand corner.
Yep.
No, he's okay. Well, he's got out, which is all that matters at the end of the day, but he could have been on the hill right now. But back into the lead. And a couple of balls in the break as well, and a shot in the 1.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to say it again, Rob. He should be out.
Boy, he got lucky and just barely nicked that 2.
Well, you just drop the 2 in, 3 in the side, but make sure you're running across off the side rail for this 5.
Slim is out.
Bankster always uses his handicap pretty well. This is not a great position for Stefan. I think he could have ended up better in the 3 ball than that. He's played the bank, he's got it. How's his luck? He's kissed the 9. And he can he just see that to pot it?
I think he can see just enough of it. He's going to have to spin it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
He might have to do the same again here.
Yep.
Well, this is not so good.
No, this is not near as good. He's got to come off the rail to get that one or jump. Now 3 in a row.
Well, good luck with this one.
This is money ball too. He
Looks
don't care where it goes. As long as he makes it, he'll be happy with it.
looks like it's the cut. Oh, he's played that well. Nice pocket pace. Going to get off the jaws. Well, now he is where he should have been 10 minutes ago. I didn't hear anything go there. Nope.
Dry break.
Stefan again has got a good bit of running. He's left nothing on.
He's getting all the good rolls today for sure. Or rephrase, he's getting all the good rolls in this match.
I'll tell you what though. I mean, these balls are all sitting, all with pockets to go into. Obviously, the 1 and 2 where they're sat at the moment aren't ideal, but that can quickly be taken care of. Push out played.
Good response.
Again, the question then is was there an awful lot of thought put into that push out?
He pushed it pretty good.
Well, this time it's Chimpy that gets a lot, but we've seen how Stefan jumps. He's going to bail out in this, no problem.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This is going to be a little more difficult. He's been jumping the edge of the ball really well. This is a full, well, like he jumps the full ball pretty well.
Yeah, he just didn't get the line. So now it's a test of Chimpy's nerve. He knows that the next mistake could cost him his run in the winner's side.
It needs to slow down. And it did.
Well, he's got to make sure he just drops this in and the cue ball doesn't leak away, or it leaks into the gap between the 6 and 9.
I was fixing to say just that. He probably wants to shoot for that gap.
He's trying to hold it. Has he got it there?
4-ball helped him. Yeah, the 4-ball held it for him.
Now he's got to get it punched around and out. Got enough angle to work with. Oh dear, what's he done here?
That was stupid.
I don't know what that was.
He just slammed at that ball. Didn't even, just jacked up and slammed at it. That was really... Well, that right there is a novice shot.
Well, without going behind the shot to look at the line, I thought he'd enough angle just to stun that in and bounce the cue ball to the left long rail and out into the table. But obviously not.
He had enough. I was behind watching him shoot. He had enough angle. He could have put right English on it and spun the 3 in and went off the rail and came back around.
Yeah.
He didn't need to do that. That was, to me, just a grasping at straws.
Again, he didn't really take his time and set himself up, though. You seem to. This is a thing.
Didn't.
Players end up. I've seen too many players end up in a slightly awkward position, and immediately they have that awkward position. The first thing that crosses their mind, let's get this shot over with, and they have a smack at it. They don't assess the situation and take their time. They're desperate to get it over with.
Then they come out with a result like that, and they go, well, I don't know what I did there.
Well, as I said, I mean, Chimpy cannot make any other mistakes. He's got a tester in this 7.
Well, when you hit it like you try and drive a railroad stake in hard, rocks, what kind of result do you expect to get?
Yeah, you've got to stroke the ball in VP4 the same as you would in real life, in the terms that you play a nice, easy shot. You don't have a snatch at it, a bang at it. It looks ugly, and generally the outcome is ugly as well. So Chimpy survives for another rack.
I watched some guys play a ring game the other night, and they let the old boy that's pretty much our area pro. He come up there and got in it. One old boy saying, well, you know, I don't want to be in it or not now that Gary's in it. I said, hell, he might not miss till tomorrow. So it comes around to Gary's shot. He runs the rest of the balls on that rack and runs the next 2 racks back to back.
Yeah, that's the time. That's the time to pack up your stick and go to the bar.
And well, one of the guys that was playing is one of the area really strong players as well. He broke his cue day. He said, "That's all." He said, "I'm done." He said, "I gotta go do somewhere I had to go." He said.
Yeah, I could think up an excuse and get myself out of that.
That man is strong player.
Well, Stefan, I mean, am I going to tempt fate saying this, but he's looking good to be out here.
He looked over and asked, that guy over there and asked me, Hugh, and he said, "Why aren't you playing in this?" I said, "Because I know I'm way overmatched in this."
And the only thing that's going to stop Stefan here is how well he plays this 6 ball, because this needs, again, a firm stunt. Well, he's content to leave the cut. Well, I mean, he's coming into play, so he's always going to be in the 8 ball.
Ugh.
But
I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
He's let the cue ball leak away slightly.
I think he's okay, though.
So this... Now, I'm trying to remember, is the next match a hot seat match? I need to have a look. So Stefan gets it done eventually, and Chimpy now moves over to that one lost side. And another quick look at this bracket and catch up. So we've got Spectre Dawn waiting for the hot seat match, and Stefan's going to be playing him in a minute.
But we're going to have Bankster and Bedhead, who we're going to need to watch.
Bankster's already 1-0 up. Bankster getting, I think, the 6 ball, which is he's good enough to get the use of that.
Well, absolutely.
Well, Bedhead's got to be careful with this cut, because if he lets this cue ball come way down the table, which I don't think he's got much option, he needs to make sure he can still see the 4. And
he can't. And he can't.
You know, that was always odds on that was going to happen, because the 4 ball wasn't going to go away anywhere, and now he's going to have to either... I mean, he could roll dead up to it.
And with a player at his caliber, I don't understand why he doesn't hit that a little more firmly and let the cue ball run up and down. He knows that's what's going to happen. He already knew before he hit the ball that was...
Yeah.
That's just, you know, what to say that is. Well, nope. It goes.
Yeah, it cuts.
He's going to skid off to 8, though. He's probably going to shoot to 5 in the opposite corner now, because it's going to go, once he cuts it in, that ball is going to go off to 8 and go up the table. No way not to.
He's going to...
Didn't need to hit it that hard.
Going to leave another tough one.
Uh-huh. Well, no, if he lives up to his name. Bankster.
Well, he's got... now, what's happened here? I think Bankster's gone. I've got no cue. I think he's gone.
I don't see no cue either. Well, there's the shot clock finally came on. Might be just lagging, Hugh.
No, it'll come up. It's going to come up with a message in a minute. He's definitely gone. It's just taking its time to come through.
Yeah, He's gone. Got a little bit of lag in that somewhere.
Well, if there's anybody still watching this, again, and you're maybe a late comer, a quick reminder that we've got the 4th round match coming up tomorrow night, 7 p.m. GMT, that's 2 p.m. East Coast time, between Cobra and Bedhead, race to 11 and 8 Ball World Championships.
So Hugh, let me say something. I've wanted to mention this to you for a long time. When you call out the East Coast time, also call out Central time. You have a lot of people that play on VP that are in Central time.
Yeah, the reason I don't, Rob, is I can never remember how many hours. I can never remember how many hours that's behind.
Easy for you to remember from East Coast to Central. East Coast is an hour ahead of Central time.
So that means that Central time is 6 hours behind GMT.
It's easy to remember when you call out East Coast time, and when you do your GMT and you say East Coast is this time. Well, the Central time is an hour behind that.
I'll tell you something else I never remember, Rob. That's Mountain time.
Don't have a lot of mountain players that I've noticed on here. Most of it is Central and East Coast.
Now, how many hours is Mountain time? Is that 7 hours behind? And then
I think Mountain time is actually
because
an hour ahead of, or hour behind me. Would be 7 hours.
Right. So, and then of course Los Angeles is 8 hours.
Yeah, they're 2 hours behind me.
Yeah.
I can always remember that time because of X Games. I used to talk with X Games quite a bit a few years ago.
There's Spud Boy asking you a question in the chat.
Pronounce what?
That looks French to me.
Yeah.
Andouille.
Well,
It looks like andouille to me.
Well, I'm not French. My mother is full-blood Cajun, but never learned the language myself. So you asking me a question I can't answer, as you can hear my speaking my southern drawl.
Well, I'm actually a tactical linguist as well, so I would pronounce that as andouille.
Or ondulé.
Because I think your L's are silent in that, the way that's spelt out, andouille.
Well, now French would like you say, and Cajun would probably pronounce it ondulé.
Well, is that not something you put under a carpet?
I don't even know what it is. I'd have to look it up.
So, Bankster, 2-0 up, and it's only a race to 4, and so Bedhead has got his work cut out.
He does. And he's giving up weight. He most certainly needs to run this rack out if he wants to, have any chance. He sure don't want to let his opponent get on the heel on him. But he does have the abilities, even if he does flop around, let his opponent get on the heel, he still does have the table time and the experience to be able to pull it out. I mean, he'd have to shoot really, really well to do it.
Well, I was trying to think of the name of the town, and I was going to say, is there not a big French influence down in New Orleans anyway? That's the name of the town I was trying to think.
That's what I said. The pronunciation in French would probably be like Hugh said, and pronouncing it in the Cajun dialect would probably be ondulé.
Well, just roll through or jab it in, one of the two. and probably just roll through for the 9 on the opposite side.
Oh, he's going all the way across, going to shoot them both in the same corner.
Yeah, but he done that just to spite me. He knows fine well he could have just rolled through for the 9 on the other side. He's listening to the stream.
Watch this, Hugh. Watch this, Hugh. But that's dangerous too, because see how close it came to the side pocket over there. And if he mishits it at all, he could go around him.
One ball
around the. If he mishits it at all, he could go, around the rails and come in that side pocket very easily.
It was needless running the cue ball when you don't need to.
I agree.
It might look pretty, but you could end up looking embarrassed when it goes around the 2 angles straight into the side pocket.
Exactly what I was saying.
Yep.
Just to say, because Hugh said that it should go like this, I'm going to shoot it the other way just to show him it's just as easy to go around.
Now he's trying to hide.
And he's done it pretty well. He's done it pretty well.
Bankster looks as if he's going to. See, I think the best thing with this shot is if you can hit it a glance and blow either side, you're going to get distance between the 2 balls. You don't want to hit it full in the face. If you can hit an edge, you'll get a chance of getting distance at least.
Right. If you hit it on the side where the cue ball is, you got a chance of that going right back over there in the area where it's at.
Yeah, you never know. You might get lucky, but I think he's taking the cheap route out, digging a jump cue, hit the top of the 2 ball. Now how's his luck? Well,
not too good.
The combo is on.
He didn't get a lot of joy out of that one, Hugh.
Oh dear. Well, Bedhead hasn't picked a line there.
Well, Bedhead's looking at that 8, 5, and 9 up there. That he's not going nowhere till those balls are apart. But saying that in the same word, I'm saying that if he can get in behind where that 5 is, if he gets that far, he can sure lock him up.
Well, I would be trying to be a wee bit more ambitious if I was going to get good on the 3 to get good on the 4 and leave an angle. The ideal angle would be something like that in the 4 to then spin down and come into the 8 and 9 and try and open that 5 up. If whoever gets to the table and gets control.
No, just depending on the angle I got, if I wouldn't try to get behind or even over there on the short rail to the 5 and just shoot and stop right there and get the 5 out and leave the cue ball behind the 8 and 9.
I'm never off on a Saturday, Mark, unless I'm on holiday. I'll be up at 4 AM tomorrow morning, but I've got a short shift tomorrow morning, so I can always get home, have something to eat and have a nap. Now, here's the shot I'm talking about, Rob. Watch this. The commentator's never wrong.
Let's see if he does it your way or my way. He's probably going to try, knowing Bedhead, he'll probably try to break it out.
That's exactly what he's trying. But if he gets it wrong, he can do your shot. If he doesn't hit them, he can certainly put Bankster in trouble. Well, I don't know what he's trying. It looks as if he's going for the safety. But
he's got to now.
And he's not in an ideal position to get this good. He's just going to maybe have to bank it and try and miss the 8. Yep, he might only have that available. Just try and bank it into the table, miss the 8, and try and get the cue ball tight. That's what it looks as if he's doing. But I thought he would have been a lot more aggressive there. Yeah, he's missed the 8, and now though he hasn't got the cue ball tight. That was the second part of the deal. He had to get that tight to prevent the jump.
Yep. That's a short. Got to jump short and land short. Well, that's really tough.
The good news for Bedhead is that the 8 ball doesn't go, but that 8 and 9 is a billiard off the 8 to chip the 9. Well, he just scraped the 5.
Oh my God.
he just nicked the 5.
Going over it. Yeah, he hit the top of it going over it. He got really fortunate there.
Well, again, Bedhead trying to run for cover. I don't think he's going to take the bank, or is he? Because if he is, he's gone all out to break the 9. Well, he's knocked a 9 in. He'll take that.
All day. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
So we're all square. Ball goes in. And, well, I was going to say, well, he's still got a shot in the 1. But I think it doesn't even pass the 9. No, he hasn't got a shot in the 1. I take it all back. I thought that 1 would pass the 9, but not until you have a look at it. Oh, Larry's 3-zip up against Chimpy. Well, that pace in the 1 ball is pretty nigh perfect. Now, there's a good chance of running for cover again here for Bankster, but he's hampered over the 7. I think he looks as if he's banking this 1. But he hasn't got the line.
Oh Lord, and he's left it in the gap too.
Well, with this shot, you've just simply got to try and come down the left side, I would think. Avoid the 5 ball and come down low enough to play the 2 on the side. He needs to keep going though. He hasn't hit it.
I think he'll still cut it inside.
Oh, that's a big cut.
Yeah, he's gonna try to kill it with bottom.
He's played it well, and it's spinning around into the table.
Man, he's good.
Well executed. Another good one. He's got yardage to make here to get to the 4. Oh, well, I don't know what the hell that was, because I'm thinking that's the 4 ball, and it's the bloody 8 ball that's up the table. It's a 5 he's getting on.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting past my bedtime. This is where the brain shuts down. Well, well, Larry's gone through 4-zip.
Dang.
Did he not win his last match 4-0? Well, that's not quite right.
I think it's 4-1.
Was it 4-1?
I think it was 4-1.
Yeah, well, he's been very economical in terms of what he's given away at the moment, Larry.
That was a good shot. Just enough draw to slide it past the 8. He hit that really well.
And I've just realised, well...
And he dogged it too.
Oh,
my
dear.
gosh.
I just realised Bankster's getting a 6 ball. I thought he was getting 8. He's getting a 6 ball as his money ball. And that's a choker.
Yep. That could very well cost him the match right there. And that wasn't a bad head cut. If I were betting, I would have never bet he'd have missed that.
No, it wasn't difficult.
Well, I said, that wasn't a bad head cut.
No, it needs to be a lot tougher than that to be a bed head cut.
Said if I was on a do inside betting there on the game, I'd have never bet against that. I'd have bet he'd have made that 4 out of 5 times or more. Should have looked at it, he said. Well, obviously you should have looked at it a little more. That's why I don't never see you miss that shot.
Well, the bank, or I should say the break was dry from Bankster. And Bedhead got his work to do here. Well, again, he's got a nice angle on the 3 to drop across the left side for the 4 into the right centre pocket. That's not difficult to do. But he's leaving it long. And the problem with leaving it long is you have to get a good line. And the line is, I think, just enough. He might be scraping onto this 8 ball. No, he's well away from it. But has he got the pace? Yes, he has.
He executed that very well.
Oh, this is always annoying when you're playing this 5 ball and you see the 8 and 9 there. You know that you're destined for trouble if you don't get this right. And he's played it well again.
He hit it perfect. He couldn't hit it any better than that.
Right into the gap. And little stunning out for the 7. Well, again, Bedhead's got his way of doing things. I mean, you can go forward and come back down the same side of the table for this 8 into the left corner. But he looks as if he's going across for the opposite corner with the stunt.
And I've heard Steve make the reference to semi-pro, how he stuns the ball so well with, inside and stuff. If you watch Bedhead plays a similar style of that, he stuns the ball very well and controls it very well.
Well, here we go. Final rack decider.
Heel, heel. Well, there goes his money ball right off the bat. He couldn't ask for no better than that.
Yep, 6 ball gone. No shot though. But he should be a long ways away from this 1 ball.
Oh, there you go. That's the shot. There's the paper thin you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a shot I can't play. But look at the
me neither, Hugh.
Look at the trouble that Bankster's got.
I have better chance running from a great hand grenade.
You see, he was always going to hit that so thin that he was always hitting the 5, and that's why he's left the 1 on. He couldn't avoid it. Well, this isn't a table you're going to run out when you look at it. I mean, it's not pretty where the 3 ball is sitting.
It's certainly not.
No, but I think he can just stop this dead and play the 3 up table. That's what he's doing. Just got to pick your way through these. And again, how's the angle he's got there? He might try and just come back for the 4 into the left side. Maybe run into the 5. Maybe not even. I don't think he's going to hit them. Just get has to get the control right.
Just going to draw it. Look like he's just going to draw it straight back if he can.
Yeah, he's just trying to get back far enough. I mean, that'll do. And 5 into the opposite side, or if he goes too far around, 5 up the table.
I think he's just shooting.
Just trying to be delicate.
Oh no, 2 and that 5-9. The 5-9 is wired.
Oh yeah, that's dead.
That's dead.
Well, Bankster's just got to get the pace right to get out.
He's out. That's dead. All you gotta do is hit that. Just shoot and stop.
Yeah.
Or shooting anything, just hit it soft, just enough to get it to the pocket.
There we go. Bankster goes through. Bedhead packs up to go home. So, well, Larry is waiting to deal with Bankster. You know, Bankster does make good use of his handicap a lot of the times I've watched him. And so he's a dangerous player for Larry. So now, if we look at the winner's side, the hot seat match, Spectre Dawn, well, he's racing to the finishing line. He's 6-1 up against Stefan. So
Dang.
it looks at the moment that Stefan's going to be heading over to this one loss side. So we're going to go in and see how Larry deals with Bankster.
They're not in yet. No players as of yet. And while we've got this time with Banksters in, while we're waiting on Larry, I'm going to run and grab a quick drink. Hugh, I'll be right back.
Okay. So the way it's looking at the moment, not Bankster, Stefan's going to come over to that semi-final spot to play the winner of this match. Now this time, Larry and Bankster lagging off. Well, the one at the bottom's a good lag. The one at the top, those catching up. Oh, well, Larry won it, whoever he was, or wherever he was. Well, Larry's got a couple of balls. He's got a testy one ball, but the cue ball's coming across the table and back out for the two. And he should be out. How's he left himself in the two? Well, he's got a nice angle just to draw this down the left side. Oh, he's overcooked it. Is he going to get a nice kiss? Yes, he has. Well, a lucky bit of running there for Larry.
Wow. 6 ball. He got the 6 ball again.
Yep. But he's not going to get to see any 6 ball. It's long gone.
Larry must have made it on the break.
Yep. Couple of balls in the break. And was odds on to run out the way the balls are set. Good start for Larry. Continuing where he's left off from his other matches in this one loss side. And Spectre Dawn, as we expected, has got the job done against Stefan. So Stefan's now lying in wait for the winner of this match. Well, a ball again for Larry. This time though, he might have to place it. No, he can't see the one, so
he might see us be like you and I. If he could see good enough and get that paper edge of it, I believe he had enough to get that. But his eyes is probably about like yours and mine.
Well, he pushed down past the centre pocket, so he didn't leave Bankster the bank. Bankster trying to feather the one, I think, and run up towards the 6. Again, it has to be. Well, he's gone all out for the cut, but he's never going to get good in the 2.
Now he's got to do it again.
Well, this time he should be trying to run for cover. I mean, if he just edges the 2, he can try and get in behind the 6. But the problem with that shot, you have to nail it, because if you don't, you're going to leave Larry a pot. So the other way to do it would be to run off the 2 and send the 2 that way up to there and bring the cue ball down this side. So he's gone for it, and he's got the cover. Larry's going to have to jump 2 balls to get to this 2.
Or kick. I think Larry will kick. I don't know. He might jump the edge of the 6, edge of the 7. He's not quite got to go over 2 full balls.
Well, he didn't scratch, and he hasn't left anything really at all for Bankster.
50-yard line. He can shoot a pretty decent safe here. Just roll the two of them, let the 7 to cue ball roll down there. If it bounces a little bit, there you go.
That'll
That's
do
a
it.
pretty easy. That's a pretty easy safe.
Yep.
Not as good a safe as he could have got, but he's got his opponent kicking or jumping.
Well, he's making Larry work for it, which is always good to see. I mean, you play sensible shots, it keeps you in the game, and it makes your opponent think. Larry's the favourite on paper, but in a race to 4, nobody's the favourite. Well,
most certainly when your opponent's getting the 6 ball, that takes that favourite.
Well, there's the reward. Does he want to risk the 2-6 combo right now, or does he think he can get there?
My general rule about this with ball in hand, I never ever gonna shoot a combination ball in hand unless I have to. I'm not.
Well, the important thing now is that he has a good angle in this 5, and he might have to just come back off this 3 and play this 5 long and run up to the short side of the 6.
But then I wasn't thinking about that the 6 is his money ball. He probably should have shot that combination.
Yeah. I mean, that's as good a chance as any, although it wasn't probably dead set. But you see, now the problems start because he's gone too far on the 5.
Yep.
And he's probably, he's spun off the 8. How's his luck? It needs to bounce.
He got really fortunate on both of that, spinning off the 8 and then coming off the rail for the 6.
Well, he'll settle for that.
All the roll.
And, it was a good out in the end. I mean, he got a little bit of a lucky roll, but, you've got to take them.
Right.
Gets him back all square, ball in the break. But again, this 1 ball is really going nowhere. Although it might now that the 3 balls run into the 7, because that's opened up the pocket.
He's got a 2-way shot here. He's going to run into the 6 probably. He cuts that 1 in. He's going to run into the 6. He could knock the 6 in right now.
Certainly could.
He could get lucky.
Oh, it's heading. Well, it hasn't gone. And neither has a 1.
But he's got it hanging over the pocket now, though.
Well, there's the problem for Larry if he gets that far. The 4 ball isn't going anywhere into that corner. And it's a very narrow window to get good in the 4 as well. Now he's trying to stun up the table. And if it keeps going, well, the best he'll do is push the 6 in.
That's what he needs to do. That way it gets rid of his opponent's money ball.
Yeah, that's dangerous with it remaining there. Well, he looks as if he's cutting this 4 into the side.
I'd put that 6 in all day.
I think the worry though, Rob, is if he took the 4, see if he pushed the 4 onto the 6. I think the worry that Larry has is that to pot that 6, the 4 ball's going to go the rail and end up in the top rail, and the cue ball's nowhere near it. Right. He wouldn't be guaranteed to have a shot. So he took the harder option, the more difficult option, and I mean, it was the right shot to make sure that you've still got control of the cue ball. And now this is the one where Larry's tested with this draw, and he's got there this time.
Well, he hit it really well.
He's played it well. Well, anywhere in the table, just past the 9 ball, should do.
Yeah, he shot that 4 on the side with confidence. He just shot it right in, and again, referring back to what Steve said, that's the mentality you got to have. I'm gonna make this.
Well,
I've got it.
This is again another testy one, and this time you see he's overhit it, and now he's in trouble. He's going to have to dig a pot out in the 9.
Yeah, that's tough.
Got to watch the cue ball as well.
Yeah, making the ball is not the problem here. The problem is the cue ball, keeping that cue ball from getting in a hole with it.
Now he's
Like, see,
overcut it. Now he needs a bit
he,
of luck, and he ain't got it. Well, maybe he has. I mean
I mean,
that
50
cuts.
yard line.
It cuts. The cue ball isn't scratching, so it's all out for the pot. Unless he overhits this and the cue ball runs off the side rail and back into the corner. No, he's fine. Well, that's one that got away for Larry. He did all the hard work until he had to have that. I mean, he got the first draw shot he played up the table to go into that 7. He played perfect. Then he couldn't match it up with the shot to get onto the 9. And it cost him.
Made his money ball on the break, but it spots back out.
And I think Bankster, can you see enough of the edge of this one? He's having a good look at it. Yeah, again, he was playing that with a bit of right hand side to try and get around the blocking ball, but he played it far too hard for any spin to work. You know,
See a lot of that.
It was never going to happen if you put a spin in a ball, but you then smack into the cue ball. You're never going to get that cue ball to react properly anyway.
The harder you hit it, the less spin it takes.
Yeah, well, it was such a short distance as well. It was never going to work.
The distance really doesn't matter because the harder you hit it, the less spin it's going to take.
Now, what's he got here? Going in the short side of the 3, and he's missed the 2.
Ooh, he could do a damn hell of a safe right here.
Oh yeah, he's just got to watch the pace. He's got to get to the rail, make sure he doesn't have too much in the 2, and he's played it perfect. Too much in the 2 just brings the 2 back into the table, but that's got Larry in trouble.
Man.
Well, it's a big target because you don't miss it. If you don't get it right, you should probably still hit it off the second rail. Now he's got it. Now how's his luck? Well, he's kicked the 3 in. Brought the 2. 2's coming into play. And I think he can just drop through to cut that 4. Well, this will be a reward for Larry's good fortune.
Yes, sir. He got all the good fortune out of that.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to hook himself. Oh dear!
I'm finna say, if he don't get behind that 9, I just fixed to say it.
Well, now can he keep the cue ball on the table? Nope. Because
made the ball.
That was always odds on for that to happen at that short distance.
I would not have done that at that time just because his money ball was next.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah, and Bankster on the hill.
He should have kicked at that every day.
Well, he took the risk, but it's always a big risk when you try and jump because as soon as it hits that object ball and you're so close to the rail, the cue ball's going to bounce onto the rail generally and head onto the floor. Well, Larry's been battling all the way tonight. Well, he's going to have to battle this time because it's now no mistake time for Larry. Now, Bankster
that's not going to get it.
Hasn't got the cover, but the pressure's on Larry. He's got his opportunity to get one back, but cannot make a mistake. Nice angle in the 3.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs an angle in this 4 so he's not messing with the 9 and 7. And he might have to just go forward and out and leave this a long 9. A long 5.
Well, that's the percentage shot. It's what you should do. That way, you guarantee a shot on it.
Now again, with this shot, he has to make sure he's right into the table for that 6 ball. He can't underhit this. Got to get it right up to the middle pocket. And if anything, you overhit it slightly. He's further away than he would like, but you're not doing something daft and leaving yourself square in the 6 again.
Or a hard cut to the other corner.
Well, now this shot, this is a bit. He really has to get good in this 7 if he's going to push it past the 9. And the angle that he's got in the 6. The cue ball.
A lot of inside English. He looked like he's going to try to come back for the side.
Yeah, he's tried that, and that's why he's missed the 6. And
he just gave the match away right there.
Yeah. Well, I'd still be taking this into the top pocket. I wouldn't be putting it into the side.
Oh no, he's got plenty of angle to get in the side. He's way off the rail.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust my eyes though.
Oh, I'd trust my eyes, and I trust your eyes on this shot. It's so far out from the rail. All you gotta do is roll up there and hit it. It was all straight in.
Well, Larry, he tried his best, but Bankster's going to get used to that 6 ball, and Bankster goes through. So now we have our semi-final match. It's going to be Bankster and Stefan. I don't know what the handicap will be here. If anything, it might actually be scratch. So this is to see who's going to play Spectre Dawn in this week's Friday night 9-ball final. So somebody's still asleep in that room. We'll try and get in, hopefully.
Not going in yet.
Well, my little cue stick is just moving around on the screen saying entering room, and I can't get in.
Same here.
That's not a good sign.
No, that's never a good sign.
Well, I think it's not. It's not even kicking us out. Oh, there we go. I finally get in.
Yep, I'm in. Stefan is in.
I think the problem is 3 or 4 of us are trying to get into the room at the same time. That might be it. And
that could have been it. We bogged it down.
Here we go, lag for the break, and I'm right enough, it's a scratch match.
Yep, ain't but 44 points between them. That's good, though. You gotta, come down to who plays best, not whoever gets the weight. Well, they lagged almost the same speed.
So Stefan wins the lag, ball in the break. Now, what went there? Something's gone. Anyway, I don't know what one it was. 2 ball and a shot in the 1. It's going to be a 4-7 combo, but he has to. I think he's slightly straight in this one to get on the 3. Yeah, it's going to have to be a thin cut. Now he needs a bit of luck so that he can still see this 4.
And he does. He can still see it. He can cut it. He may just billiard the 7 in.
Oh, you got to cut this really gentle just to keep the 4 ball there.
Either way, even if he billiards it in, the 4 goes to the top rail and cue ball goes, comes out just the same. You'll still have a shot, but combination was the right shot. Oh, he is dead straight.
Yeah, just kill it. If he kills the cue ball dead where the 6 is, he's got a nice angle in the 8. Yeah, he's again drawing back. And now he's probably dead straight in the 8. Well, he's got again a slight angle. That could have done me been a wee bit further out.
He could have come up the table a little more than that.
Yeah, but he's got it done. Another ball in the break. So how are you holding up, Rob? Bear in mind I do this most weeks, 3.5 hours or more. We're now past the 3 hour mark, and we've still not got to the final yet, which could take another 40 minutes.
Well, a lot different for me than it is for you. It's just 4 o'clock in the afternoon at my house.
Yeah. It's already an hour past my bedtime. Bear in mind I am up in 6 hours time right now. I'm up for work.
I'm on vacation this week, so I'm all good. Ooh, you got just a little too much speed on it.
Yeah, he was trying to work a miracle there. Now he's going to hide behind this 9 and 5. Oh, he's
And
not. He's just got to the rail and no more. But
when we were talking about this earlier, I didn't know how many players were in it. And I said, well, I may not can be in, stay in the whole time. I may have to leave. I've got league here at 7 o'clock, and I've got a pretty good little drive, about a 20-minute drive over to the facility. So,
well, I think there was 15 in it at the end of the night. That's actually been maybe more than the last few weeks. But I think most of the time this tournament goes past the 3.5 hour mark every week.
I watched that. Which one was it? I watched that $15,000 one there last night when I got home. That hadn't been a while playing. I had never watched it.
What, you talking about the one pocket match?
No, it's semi-pro and.
Oh, Albie. yeah, the Albinario one.
Pretty good match, Simi managed to pull himself together and get it back even there, but then once he got it even, it seemed like he wasn't able to do anything else.
Yeah. Albinario's a tough player, but as I said, in a lot of the tournaments, so Albinario's in these big tournaments, in 2 or 3 matches, he's getting himself a lead, and then he's doing all things wrong to let his opponents back in. He's been doing a fair bit of that. Oh, dear me. What's Stefan done here?
Nastiness. Nastiness.
Oh, well, he should have been 2-zip there. Potman's asking what the facility is, Rob.
The bar I have to go to.
Yeah, they call bars in the States facilities.
Or the pub.
Yeah. The guys do that so that the wives don't understand what the guy's talking about. Yeah, I'm going to the facility tonight.
No, it does no good for me because she plays on the team. She'll be with me.
Well, Bankster off and running, but an absolute gift by Stefan. Ball in the break, but no shot.
Facility is just a broad term for anything. Instead of saying bar or pub or saying, well, the facility, that covers pretty much anything.
Oh, a good kick and a hit, but cue ball's gone. Now, what about a long 1-9 combo if you're really desperate? Well, Bankster again. Going for the run out.
Know what I would do here? It's a two-way shot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He I would have shot it toward the 9 more. And if you hit the 9 and don't make it, you still have a shot on the 3. If you make the 9, game over.
Yeah, the other thing is he's left himself really awkward in the 3. He's overhit that.
If he'd have shot the way I said, and at
Oh,
least
look,
gave
look
it
at
an attempt,
look at where the 4's going.
and
Oh,
made an attempt at the 9, if he doesn't make the 9 and the cue ball hits it, it's going to kill everything on the cue ball. Then you're straight in on the 3.
Popman said he's never heard that term mentioned before, facility. But what you've got to understand, Rob, Popman speaks a strange English dialect that nobody understands. So, I mean, it's like an alien language that Popman speaks.
We also we refer to the restroom or the bathroom or the toilet or whatever you want to call it as the facilities as well.
Well, I think that's the bin gone. I can hear something rattling about in the ground outside. The storm is beginning to blow, and I'm going to have to probably nip out after this is all over before I go to bed. Something has fallen. I heard it clattering there.
Not good.
Geordie lingo.
Well, looks like Bankster's gonna go up 2-1.
Yeah, he's not going to follow the 9 in.
Why he would draw the ball all the way back like that on that? Really unnecessary.
Whereabouts are you, Popman, again on that eastern side? Because it's going to be a lot wilder over your side than it is over here. Are you near the coast? Because if you're near the coast, it's going to get really wild. Oh yeah, it's going to be blowing a proper hoolie, as they say, over your direction fairly soon. Yeah, things are going to be clattering during the night. You're going to hear things falling over and all sorts of things going on. I mean, it's doing that here, and I'm in the west coast. I'm in the southwest of Scotland, just 16.5 miles south of Glasgow. So we're getting a proper gale, but we're not getting anything you're getting. I mean, it's not reached its peak yet. Yeah, Cheeky Chico's one of those Mexican Geordies. They're a very rare breed. Well, Bankster having to kick at the 2. Well, Stefan, his big test is getting from the 3 down to the 4. And he's got loads of room to get there. But he doesn't want to be spinning this cue ball anyway towards that 9. He's just want to try and come straight, but he's coming too straight, is he? No, he's okay.
Maybe a little spin, maybe to go between the 7 and 8 and get on the other side there on that 4. Have a little more choice of what to do. But he executed that shot well.
Yeah, the only thing is he's playing this from distance now, so the cue ball's going to run. Let's have a look. Well, he's right on the rail, so he's going to cut across, and he might be ending up squaring this 7. He needs to get the pace to run out, though.
And he did. Just enough.
Now, again, he's trying to check the cue ball to keep it in line for the side, and he's played it well. And this looks fairly straightforward.
All these draw monsters. He didn't need to draw that ball. Just shoot it. Just follow it to the rail and back over to the rail.
Yep. Again, when you start drawing the ball, you put yourself at risk.
Absolutely.
Well, the 8 gets kicked in off the 1 ball. The 1 ball is on into the side. The 2 balls on up table. 3 balls on down here. Stefan, you've got to be out here, my friend. You have got no reason not to be. Well, you've got one good reason. The fact that if you miss, Bankster's more than likely going to be doing the same.
Got that done. Just make the 3, nothing more.
Oh, goodness me again. A choker on the 3 ball. Well, like I said, with the table wide open like that, if you're going to fail, Stefan, then you're going to have to pay the price.
And he should here. There's no reason that Bankster shouldn't run out here.
Well, the worry is getting from that 5 ball good on the 6. And that's going to clinch it. And he has to be seeing the 5 ball first of all, so right over to the left side.
Just like that.
And off the rail preferably.
Yep.
Well,
now he can come with some inside English and just spin 2 rails and go down for the 6. Don't hit it hard, just let it spin past the 7. Just like that. They must be listening, Hugh.
Well, this sort of shot here, the tendency is he wants to try and straighten the cue ball a bit. He doesn't really need to, he just needs to run through and bring it into play again. Now he's putting draw on it.
That's wrong. I like to shoot this shot. Well, maybe just some center English and do what he did right there and hit both rails and come back out straight in for the 7.
It's just
even if I go long, I'm still shooting the ball and going, for natural shape on the 9.
Just drop it in. Well, Stefan is paying the price.
The way he had that 7, the ball before the 9, like he shot it, but to shoot it with a little firmer, let it spin around the angles and come out. Uh-oh, cue ball's going.
Well, Stefan's got what to do though. 3 balls going nowhere.
Got his opportunity.
Well, he's actually chipped it out too well. He can still cut this. Needs to watch that middle pocket. Oh, he's just trying to hide. Well, that was the right thing to do at the end of the day, because why take the risk?
Yeah, now he's got his opponent doing the hard work.
Oh, that almost worked there.
Almost. He needs to be running for cover here.
Well, the shot's easy, Rob. You just bank the 3 towards the 4 and head down behind the 7, the 6, and the 5.
Same thing I was fixing to say.
Oh, he's overhit
just like
it.
That.
He's overhit it by a country mile. He needed to get better control than that.
Too much spin. He hit it too hard. He spun it the right way, just hit it too hard. Well, like you said, more delicate control.
Well, this shot here, you overcut the 3 to the side rail, and it comes along to the top rail, and you bring the cue ball back down towards the 5, 6, and 7. Oh dear, he's missed the 3 altogether, has he?
Yep, sure did.
Oh, what a fail that was. Well, Bankster's eyes have completely gone.
No matter.
Bearing in mind he's He's been at it for three and a quarter hours.
I don't think I'd have done that way. I think I'd have shot it the opposite way, off the opposite rail, and come down and try to go between the 8 and the 4. Same difference though. You still got to get in a gap.
Oh, just caught the knuckle. Just caught too much of the knuckle.
These deep shelves, you got to shoot it in. Steve made reference to that these deep shelves when I was watching that one with Albion Semi-Pro about the deep shelves and the diamond tables. And he's not exaggerating none. Them darn diamond tables are just like this. But you can't miss it you can't cheat it by very little because the pockets are so deep.
Yeah, you've got to get that line. Well, Bankster, 3 balls away from the final.
Ooh.
Well, he could have played that. He could have played that a heck of a lot better than he's just done.
I'll say so. I drew that back just a little bit and give myself a little bit. But in the end, he got it done. A lot harder than it had to be, though.
So we have our second finalist. Bankster goes through against Stefan, 4 racks to 2. So here we go, 3 hours and 18 minutes or so into Friday night 9-ball. We've got Bankster against Spectre Dawn. And Bankster is dangerous. He'll probably be getting a 6-ball again.
Probably so. Spectre Dawn's had a little break, get rested up, get a drink,
and
take care of anything he needs to take care of.
The room is up, we'll get in. No problem this time. I'll have a quick drink.
And Bankster's in.
Well, you've managed to stay the distance, Rob.
Yes, it went in a timely manner to where I could stay in the whole time, Hugh. I didn't know, how long it would last, whether I'd have to, right at the end of it, had to get up and head out. I'd come in and sit with more of them on you. Most of the time on Friday, I'm at work when this is going on. I'll every once in a while turn on my tablet and have it sitting in front of me at my desk, and I'll watch some of it. Don't have no volume ring. I can't hear anything. I can see it though.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Same as with a lot of the big matches in the big tournaments that come on at 7 o'clock your time, be 1 o'clock my time here, and I either had to watch it at work with it in front of my desk because my desk points toward the boss's office. If he comes up toward me, I could always just flip my tablet down where nobody can see what was on it.
So I was right enough. Bankster's getting the 6-ball again.
Ooh, can't be doing that.
Well, it's not a difficult chip in the 2. He needs to maybe play this with a wee bit of pace to move something around here because he's no clue what at all if he's getting on the 3. Well, that'll do.
I was going to say just that. Needs to hit it kind of firm. Get that 3 out of there.
Now, how does he avoid running into the 6 to get down here for the 4? Well, that'll do. He's running to the 6, and the 6 is duly obliged and pushed him right down onto the 4, no problem.
The way he got that, and explain the way he got that, Hugh, was that he caught it the way you was talking about that shot earlier. He caught the backside edge of the 6.
Yeah.
Which helped it to spin off the 6 and spin down the table.
Yeah, I don't believe he played it, but that's a
Oh,
little bit of running that you get. You know, if you get it too thick, you're staying up the table. If you get that edge and the right edge, it pushes you down the table. So he'll take that.
oh yeah.
Needs to keep
There and
running
there's
with the cue ball.
and there's our first game.
What there again? That's the third time I said I would do it 3 times. I forgot with the handicap again.
I caught it that time.
Yeah, that's my third time tonight. I won't do it again.
I've done it at least 3 times.
Now, 4 ball is dead. It's going nowhere. 2 ball is fine if you can get there. It'll go in no problem at the side. So we've got a mess here at the moment.
I mean, so now Spectre Dawn is in a big hole right now. Although it's only one game, with his opponent having the 6 ball and the difficulty of the shot that he is in a big hole.
Well, there's a good safety here. You push the one to the side rail onto the shot rail at the bottom, and you run for cover. But Spectre Dawn is all out. You know, he's on the 2, but he's going to have to probably play some sort of safety off the 4. I can't see him doing anything with the 4 ball from here. I mean, he can just chip the 2 in and run the cue ball off the side rail and back across.
Oh, he tried. He looks like he tried to hit it too. Now he's gonna have a.
Well, I mean, he's limited by what he can see in the 4, isn't he? So he's not got an awful lot available to him. But that'll do it.
Oh, he'll take that all day.
That's a good result.
Yes, sir. He'll be glad it got that far.
It's a big target, though. It's easy to hit. Now, this is where you need that little bit of running, but Bankster's not got it this time.
No, he ain't getting it this time. Well, he could have hit that in a little better.
Well, it's not exactly a 5-9 combo, let's just say that. I mean, he'd be far better running for cover here. Oh, he's played that excellent. That was a cracking shot.
Yes, sir.
That was never a gimme, that combo.
Not even close to a gimme. He hit that really, really well.
So back all square. Cue ball, well, cue ball tried to scratch, but 2 balls beat it to the pocket, the 1 and the 6. And I think the 8's got in the opposite corner.
The money ball is gone for Bankster now. He's got to play all the balls that are left. So it's even rack this time.
Yeah, but I don't even think that. I don't think Bankster's going to get a sniff this rack. That 3-ball passes a 9.
He shouldn't. Well, if Spectre Dawn plays, Bankster shouldn't even get a. All he should be doing is watching him pocket the balls.
Well, Bankster's not even watching. He's already gone and put the coffee on.
And he should. No need sitting here watching this because,
Well, he just threatened to overrun that 5-ball there. That's why he's now running a bit loose. And this is one of these ones where the cue ball's running up top.
Yeah, he's going to run into the top rail and just let it come back down to about where the 7 is.
Well, it's a quick break and run for Spectre Dawn. Now, is he going to get the momentum going with another one? Well, knowing VP4, he probably won't. He'll probably end up dry. Oh, one ball's thinking about it. Got a little brush off the 7, I think.
And it went in.
And he's going to have to kick the 2 in. And again, with a bit of pace to sort of brush off the top rail if he can, so you can get the cue ball out to have some sort of shot in the 3. He doesn't want to hit this full on. He wants to try and hit the top rail and the 2 at the same time if he can.
He wants to clip it. He just wants to clip that 2 with some spin on it, where it spins out.
Well, he's called a push out. I'm surprised he didn't go for the kick. I mean, if he got it, it was a big target, but you know, he's decided to push out to get rid of it, and leave Bankster attempting bank into that top corner.
I don't think he pushed it out very well. I don't think he wanted it to come quite that far out. Now he can bank it or cut it.
No, he's running for cover as well.
Or do that.
And that's a good shot.
Yes, sir. He's got the cover. I think Spectre Donna will be able to hit it. Not going to be easy, but I think he can hit it.
Well, the biggest surprise of the night for me was the fact he didn't try and kick that 2 in.
Oh.
Well, that'll do.
He almost got the roll out of it. He executed the shot well. He massaged it, bending around that ball. Pretty good. He hit it pretty good. Well, he lived. Well, okay, there we go.
He's picked out a bank there, showing Bankster how to do it.
Is he going to bank another one?
Well, he's the wrong side of the 4, but he's got loads of room. He has gone for the bank again, 2 in a row. He could go for the hat trick, up and down. He's looking at the potting angle.
And he hit that 4 ball really, really, really well.
And that was well played as well. Well controlled. Wrong side of the 6, but again, he could drop through to the side rail, play the cut, or run around the table.
I feel like he can just spin right around that 8.
Not hook yourself behind the 9.
Don't get behind it. Well, I think he's got enough.
Yeah, he just leaked out.
Oh, yeah, he got plenty of room. Oh, we was both sweating that, and we thought he was behind that 9.
Well, it's the only thing in the table you're ever going to find yourself behind when you've got 2 balls left in the table. It's the worst place you can put the cue ball. And it's been done lots of times.
I've done it on a real table. Most feel like you get kicked in the gut.
Yeah, the only place you know when you're playing the shot, you think, right, well, I don't want to be there, and somehow the cue ball's like a magnet towards that ball, and you end up stuck behind it.
To that spot. So, I'll tell you about that ring game the other day. That guy that was in it, somebody was running, kind of like whining. He said, okay, so I'm going to play, he said, just for you, Troy, so I'm going to play Scotch doubles with myself. He said, I'm going to shoot one shot right-handed, one shot left-handed. He's right-handed now, mind you. He's strong. And he started, I ain't kidding you, this guy started shooting one shot left-handed, one shot right-handed, and you could not tell any difference in his play.
Well, that's a good, that is a good attribute to have, because you know, you won't see an awful lot of snooker over there, but Ronnie O'Sullivan is just as good with his left hand as he is with his right. I mean,
I've watched him play. He does.
I mean, he can make century breaks with his left hand, and he's probably one of the best players that can do that. There are other players that use their left hand. Judd Trump will use his left hand, but he's not as reliable. But O'Sullivan just, I mean, the reason O'Sullivan is so good, and a few of these guys are, is simply because when you think about it, when they went to play snooker as kids, you know, they can barely see over the table when they were growing up. And, you know, on a 6 foot by 12 foot table, the kid would be using the rest every shot. most of the time. So that's why they acclimatise so easily to the left hand or the opposite hand, whatever one is their preference. But it saves them using the rest, so they would just naturally jump to their other hand, and they get so much practice doing it, they became very proficient with their opposite hand. That's how they became so good, by starting off as a kid on a big, huge table, and rather than jumping for the rest every second shot, just jump to the other hand.
Yep. I've watched Ronnie play a lot of times on YouTube and different places. He does shoot really. Nope. He trying to tie it up to the 6, but he didn't get it. Now he left a shot for Spectre Dawn. He should get out here.
Yeah, this is if this goes in, if this goes out, sorry, this rack, that's a 4-1 lead, and Bankster's already at the stage where he's going to need assistance from Spectre Dawn, who doesn't.
However, don't forget he's getting the 6 ball.
Yeah, that's the thing. But as I say, we said that earlier as well, Rob. It doesn't matter how many balls you're getting if you don't get to see them. You're not at the table. They're no good to you. You can have as many as you want. You're not getting to shoot any of them.
And that's the issue with when you playing him. He plays this tournament real regular, and he's real familiar with all of it. So he's won it multiple times, so he's comfortable.
Good evening to Albie. Are you getting any? Have you had any of that storm affect you up there, Albie? I don't think you have. I think you're too far north. Late to the party as usual.
Yep. Well, he can see the last half of the final match.
Well, we've gone past the 3 hours and 30 minutes. Oh.
Oh no, that might work out okay.
Well,
not what he wanted, but that could have that could have turned out a lot worse for him too.
Well, he's going to need a break here as well, because he has to avoid the traffic with this cue ball. I think he's fine. But, Bankster really has to be getting to this 6 ball here. And he's going to come out into the middle of the table for the 4 into the side, not hook himself behind the 9. And now
hit it almost square in the face.
Well, now he's got a problem, because the potting angle on the 4, the cue ball wants to leak away, and the further it leaks away, the less of that 5 ball he's going to see. And that's what the big concern is here. And even if he tries to take evasive action and stun between the 6 and 8, he has to get that right so that he comes back up the table far enough as well. He's trying to just get it there and no more, and he can still see the 5 just.
I think he got just enough to make it. He's going to need a little bit of right English to spin it to make sure it gets past the 7.
Well, that's a fail. He hasn't. He just killed it, stone dead.
If I could see it enough, I think I'd have thumped that in pretty good to make sure that if it came backwards, it'd at least hit the 7 and knock it out of the way.
Well, this is. He's going to have to. He's got the jump stick. He's going to have to, and he's going to have to put it away.
Nope.
Oh,
don't get it. Nope.
Well, that's his chance come and gone. If he got that one, he was still in with a chance, but it's now going to be 5-1.
Yeah,
or at least it should be anyway.
He gave up that chance. Well, I don't think Spectre can mess this up too bad. Whoa.
Commentators curse nearly, Rob. You never fall into that trap.
Almost, boy. He almost boogered that up, didn't he?
Oh, he's just gone to that little awkward line, but he shouldn't have a problem. Well, it's 5-1 now with the break. Well, Bankster's had one good opportunity there to get to his 6 ball and he's failed on it. That was the one that had to go. And another ball in the break, couple of balls, 8 balls just dropped in. No real shot in the one. He can either bank it or try to thin cut it. No, he's trying to hide. Again, the right shot. Why take risks at 5-1 up when you can put your opponent in more trouble? And now, with the kick not going safe, Spectadon again has the table at his mercy. I think he's just going to have to roll through here. He's dead straight, but he's got to roll through at the right pace. Unless he's going to try and pinch a little bit off this 2, and that's a bit risky.
Yeah, he need to just roll straight through and shoot that 4 in the side.
So you just had to get the pace right to get there, and he's just a wee bit short. Now, if you look at the 5 ball, with the line that he's got here, he looks as if he's coming down to play the 5 past the 6. But he's trying to check it up to get in the shorter side, and he's got there. That was excellent.
Yep. Executed very well. Good speed too.
Now, how is he? Is he straight again on this? Oh no, he's fine. He's looking around, but there's not much to look around at. I think he's just getting his bearings to make sure he can see where the 7 is when he plays this 6. He just want to double check that the geography's right to get there. And that'll do it.
That's perfect.
So once again, I'm going to take this opportunity to remind anybody who's still watching, or latecomers like Albie, that we've got a round 4 match tomorrow night at 7 PM between Cobra and Bedhead in the 8-ball World Championships. Cue ball. Well, Spectadon's got a nasty habit of doing this. Always go to that top left-hand corner pocket when he's breaking. He's done that a couple of times, I think, in the 8-ball tournament, and he's tried his best here tonight to get to it. Avoided the scratch this time. Did you see that, Albie? That's good. Always pays to advertise. Just a pity you're the only one person that's seen it. So Spectadon 6-1 up, race to 9, and Bankster has got an awful lot of work in his hands. And each time he does get a chance, he can't fail, but he's already failed with one good opportunity, and that's just not the right strategy against somebody like Spectadon. Well, the 2 does cut, and it goes past the 8-ball, but look at where the 3 is. It's going nowhere.
Yeah, looks like he's going to play for a safety off of that 3, some kind.
And you know,
he's going to play.
Well,
I, a safety now.
I think that was the right shot, because you know what the problem with the 3 ball is, Rob? The problem with the 3 is actually getting in a position to be able to play a decent safety in a tight space like that.
Right.
That was probably the better move.
Absolutely. That's the right thinking. But he thought properly that time. He took his time to think it out.
Well, the other thing as well is he hadn't left anything easy for Spectadon, and he hasn't disturbed the 3 and 7. So now he's got a big pocket that he can bank this. I think Bankster's gone. I think he's gone. But anyway, he can bank the 2 up the table. If he goes to the rail first, he may well chip in off the 3 anyway and bring the 3 into play. Yep, Bankster's gone.
Momentarily, let's see if he comes back.
I think our storm's affecting more parts of the world than just over here.
Could be.
So you bank the 2 up the table, you hope you chip it in off the side rail in the 3 ball, you bring the 3 into play, and then you've got to hope you get lucky and have a shot. And the 5 and 6, well, let's say they both go. Bankster's arrived back.
He may play safe again.
Well, Bankster's probably going to say he's already played this shot, because obviously, depending how when he left the server, will depend on what he's seen in his screen. He may well have already played the 2 and having to play it again. Trying to roll behind the 8, but he hasn't killed the cue ball. Now, Spectre Dawn could go hell for leather here with a big bang and try and smack down into the 3. He's not got much angle to work with, but he can get this big amp. No, he's not bothering. He's trying to hide again, or keep it safe at least. So, Spectre Dawn's not pushing the boat out with a 6-1 lead, which is the right thing. You know, don't give your opponent any hope of getting back into this. Well, Bankster, I don't know.
God.
I don't know whether he tried to play the safe there, but he got the weight maybe a bit too heavy. But then he's fluked to 3, and now he's hooked. So everything's.
I think Hugh, he may have gone for that shot to come off the rail and make the 3, but he wasn't expecting to get hooked.
Yeah, it's all backfired though.
Well, he's had his chance this rack too, so that's probably going to be the last chance he's going to get.
Well, Spectre Dawn, he's just going a bit awkward again here, because we know the 5 and 6 go from this side, but the angle he's got in the 4's a bit dodgy. I think he's going to struggle to hold. He's going to struggle to hold a line by taking it into the top corner pocket. Well, he's tried the big draw, and he's got away with it. Although, I mean, obviously the cut in the 5's taking the cue ball all around the table, and has to avoid hitting things. Well, he's not taking the risks, but he's not played a particularly great safety, because the cut is on. The cue ball's going to hit into the 7. Might well double kiss the 7.
With that angle, he's probably going to hit the 7 and skid off, and that's what he was looking at. If he leaves it close enough, the cue ball is going to go up table. He could turn this right back on him. Just tap that 5 gently, let the cue ball go behind, like that. Now he's got a hard cut combination.
Yeah, and if he leaves this, well, he's going to billiard the 7. He's going to chip off the 6.
He's going to get... did he get lucky? Nope. He did not get lucky. He very well may have seen his last shot in this rack.
Oh yeah, it's all over. Well, that's 3 hours and 45 minutes now. And in a way, I'm glad. I hope Bankster doesn't hear this, but I'm glad Spectre Dawn's building up the lead, because this match could go another half an hour if he starts getting into it, and I want to get to bed.
If he starts playing and getting to his money ball, he could that swing could go the other way real quick.
So Spectre Dawn 2 away from yet another Friday night 9-ball win, of which he's won a fair few.
Was it a dry break? Looks like a dry break. Yep.
Now, well, Bankster's had a sort of half-hearted attempt at a 1-4 combo there. And he's going to find himself in trouble in a sec, unless Spectre Dawn just fancies the cut in the 1 and the safety off the 2. And he's just actually overcut it. Chipped the 2 into place slightly. I say slightly because it does go past the 7. And it still pots even though he's run into the 9 and the 2. But the 3 definitely doesn't go into that corner, but it goes into the other or up table. And Bankster's struggling to get any sort of reasonable shape that's going to suggest he's going to hold it together to get to this 6-ball. But he's trying his best. And now he needs to be careful here if he's going to come behind the 5 to take it into the same pocket, because you don't want it to end up behind that 6.
That'd work.
Well, that will do. I don't know whether he played that, but that will do.
Nah, he didn't play that. And he's about shot himself in the foot again.
Yeah, he's just short.
He'd probably make it, but
Yeah, he's played it well. Cue ball's okay. Second rack in the board. And now that I've opened my mouth, Bankster's going to be trying his damnedest to keep me up out my bed.
I reckon he might be watching the stream.
So, yeah, ball in the break. Going to be a 2-3 combo. A gentle 1.
Yep, got to be gentle.
4's in the open. 5's gone. And the 4's down near where the 6 is, so he should be out here. This should be another quick rack for Bankster. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But let's see if he can get it done.
Get behind the 9. He's behind the 9.
Oh, well, you've cursed him there, Rob, because the cue ball had enough pace to miss it, but I think the spin took it towards the 9. But, yeah, he's going to have to play a long jump over this 9. He has to get there.
Jump long and land short.
Oh, he's played that well. But he's
and he's got the kiss. That was a good kiss.
Well, of course, he only does need the 6-ball. He's going to run into the 7 and 8, but he's got to dig out a good pot here. And he's overcut it. And what's more, well, let's be honest, it's a tough job to cut this 6. Probably easier to go for the bank. But he looks as if he's playing the cut. And he's content to leave the bedhead cut on the 7, but yeah, it's now a gift for Bankster. It was all or nothing there. But the 6 simply had to go in. If it ends up hanging in the pocket, it's a free go for Bankster.
I think I went with you with the bank. That way, if you miss the 6, at least on a bank it has a chance to go.
Yeah, somewhere in the table, rather than being right over the pocket.
Not hanging in the hole. Make him at least have to work for it.
But yes, of course, when Bankster needs a ball and a shot, he's got nothing. Dry break again. Now Spectre Dawn's rattling them in the pockets. And
maybe he's a little sleepy too, Hugh.
Oh yeah, I mean these guys are the same as us. They've been sitting at it for 3 hours 50 minutes.
Well, with Spectre Dawn and you and all, he's up late too. Of course, he's a lot younger man than you are.
Yeah,
You and I.
yeah. It's going to be barely 5 hours sleep I'm going to get tonight.
You mean that 5 hour nap you're going to take?
Yep. Well, I'll make up for that when I get home tomorrow because I'll fall asleep for an hour or two as well. Well, there's good opportunities to hide this cue ball here.
Oh, yes.
And Bankster's got the first good opportunity. He should have. He might be going for the bank, although he should be trying to hide the cue ball. Well, if it holds the line and misses that, it's perfect.
Yep, he's left that very difficult. Although, where he's at, he could come out 2 rails out of the corner. He can hit that. He could kick that ball 2 rails out these bottom 2 corners.
Well, the good thing is that Bankster doesn't need the 7 and 9. 6 balls wide into the table, and I don't know that Bankster can skim past the 9 here. But I'll tell you something, I've just realised I've still got the heating on. I'll be back in a minute, Rob. I'm just going to put the heating off. It's getting a bit too warm.
Okay.
How old am I, Albie? I've just read the chat. How old am I? I'm 57. Oh, he's tried the combo. Be back in 2 minutes.
And he doesn't make the combination, which wasn't never guaranteed. So Spectre goes for the tied up on the 9 ball, and he doesn't have it locked on it, so he still got opportunity to hit it. Looks like Bankster just had a bash at it. He wasn't nowhere close to kicking that ball. Shoot it inside and just roll past that 5 for the 3 in the opposite corner. Looks like you're going to have to shoot this in, come back to the middle of the table for the 4. Just gently roll it in, 5 in the side. Gently roll the 4 in or kill it. Now just roll up, shoot the 6 in the side. And here goes Bankster's money ball. So now they both got to shoot all of the balls, which Bankster probably will not get another chance, or say Bankster shouldn't get another chance. Looks like Spectre's going to do what he needs to do to get to up to 8-3 and on the hill. So now Spectre is on the hill, or 1 away. All he needs is a ball and a break in the ball. He could break and run. Match would be over. Now, let's see. Got the 5 ball. He's got a half a shot. And he shoots the correct shot. He's got it almost locked to the 8. See what Bankster does with this. He was very close, but not quite there. Spectre Dawn got ball in hand on the 1, but
Oh,
getting position on the 2 is going to be very difficult because he got a very small window to get in.
oh dear. Well, I put the heating off, and I've just been out the back door. Oh, out in the yard, and the bins are all over the place. There's no rubbish because it's all blown to Norway, but it's absolutely freezing. Where have we got to here? 4-8-4-7 combo.
Yep, Spectre Dawn's on the hill. All he's got to do is run out and the match will be done. You can go to bed.
I mean, I was only out, about 3 minutes trying to square up these bins in it. And that wind chill is absolutely bitter.
Yeah, Spectre got on he ran the last 5 or 6 in the last rack, got out, get on the hill. Ooh, he's just going to come a little short on this 6. Yep, he's a little short.
Well, it looks a good bank to me from here. Well, he's going to thin cut it again. Yep.
Which is probably the right shot. You know, although it looks like a good bank, there's always that opportunity with a bank shot for it to go off a little bit. And, you know, on these deep shelves, if you don't hit that bank right in that dead of that pocket, it ain't going in. Well, let's see where he's at.
Well, he's past the middle pocket to cut it in the middle, so he's going to have to go forward. Lots of power.
That's what I was just fixing to say. I was just spinning the table around to do just that, and I saw he wants to cut it in the side, but he doesn't. He's too far past.
Oh no, he's going to leave the bedhead cut.
Yep. Well, good as he cut that 6, he ought to be able to cut this right in. I think he did the right shot though. Take the percentage, try to power it down there, and it rattles the hole. Give your opponent another sniff at it. And him with having the 6 ball, that could be a 2 or 3 game swing.
Right then, Spectre Dawn wins the money. He wins by 9 racks to 3, and that's Friday night 9-ball, guys. I'll make it short and sweet. Thanks for joining, Rob. Thanks everybody for watching. And if you can't be there tomorrow night, it'll be on YouTube. You can watch the match between Cobra and Bedhead in the 8-ball World Championships. I'll bid you good night. I'll say see you later, Rob. Thanks for joining, and take care, everybody. And good night.
Later.